I brought down. Yeah, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Who? True, you feel anything yet?
Look at the picture in the general, man.
What did you guys hear me say? You guys, what did you hear me say?
That
Yeah, you were
she didn't
talking
want you
about
to
when
come around.
you're afraid she's gonna die when you put your hands on your.
Yeah, when she.
Yeah, and then afterwards you just went silent.
All right now. I'm gonna wait. Oh, my mic was off.
This shit kick in pretty.
Yo, bro, I was talking to you, but my mic was off. I was trying to ask, did you feel anything yet?
Already.
Yeah, I do too. I thought it was me because I was feeling nervous. I was feeling like shaky at first, and I was like, wait, I gotta do something to shake this off. I'm feeling it's coming on.
I think I'm kind of spooked now because I'm going. Hopefully, I didn't take too much.
Yo, I just think there's no such thing. You gotta say that. There's no such thing.
Just stretch and shit. Yeah, right. But yo, is it breaking up now? You can hear me clear?
No, we hear you perfect.
I just. Yeah, hell yeah, safe journey for sure, man. I don't want to, I'm not going to feed you any negative shit right now with this story either. It's just that I was saying that, my girl was going through. Your phone? I don't know how that's happening.
Yeah.
As long as they don't hear the feedback on YouTube, then it's good. I don't give a fuck about the
Like mushroom trip.
Huh?
It's coming on like mushrooms do, bro.
It is.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Fast.
Bro, we gonna go in at the same time. I don't know how much you took or how much I took.
Well, I'm turning down.
Oh shit, that's dope. Man.
Yeah, it's nice, and we live at the same time. We making waves.
Damn, yo. So yeah, man.
Yeah, meet you on another.
And then as soon as he switched gears and he started talking about, because Jesus and the devil be trying to take advantage of these moments, and I immediately plop. I was in the zone, bro, and one thing I forgot to tell True yesterday when I talked to him that it's like I was laying down at one point, man, and I was thinking about my girl and her energy and the fucking she's like losing it slowly and it's fucking like she's at a weaker stage and I started wanting to push my energy to her dog and my body automatically started doing that shit like in the fucking OA, the fucking movements and the fucking like, and I realized that what we're doing is making fractal like not fractal geometric shapes with our hands and our body motions and movement, and I was doing this shit and I was like pushing it out towards her and I kept doing it to the point that it was like an automatic like I wasn't consciously doing this shit. I was observing my body do this shit from another perspective. Trip was gone. I was just talking to my sister and fucking about shit, and probably told her a whole bunch of too much shit that I shouldn't have told her about shit. You know what I'm saying? About things that I do. I'm a private person and shit. I only talk to you fools and the fucking whole entire planet on YouTube. But in real life, I don't fucking talk nothing about nothing, and I don't really explain shit. And look at this fucking situation. My girl's family don't even know if she's going through shit. You know what I'm saying? If she be in the hospital, they don't know if she's in the hospital because they can't ask questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? So life is like, man, like I make choices, man. I gotta make sharp choices, bro, and make decisions, and you know. And then I was thinking about a lot of shit, like, and I'm talking to my sister about all this shit, and I had a dope ass time kicking it with her, man. I got real deep with my sister. I had to call 3-way to my other two sisters, and I had them all three on the phone. And I was just kicking it with them, and I was like expressing my shit and unburdening my shoulders of all this fucking anxiety and stress and fucking shit. Being a soldier for my girl and being there for her, and it's like I'm a rock, dog, and I got no soft spot. So my sisters are like my weakness, dog, and I unloaded a whole bunch of bad, dog. Wow. But it was a dope trip, man, because it allows us to reach these fucking levels of communication, man, with people.
Have you been looking at True while you were talking?
Nah, True, what happened with him?
Tripping balls, man. We can't hear you, True, man. You gotta turn up your microphone or something.
I know you can't hear me. That's, you're not supposed to hear me. I didn't want to.
Cool. Yeah. I get it.
But oh my god, bruh, that is fucking lit.
Yeah.
Fucking jealous. I love that shit.
Hey, that shit is lit, bruh.
Better
But
than gobbling down fucking 20 grams of mushrooms.
yeah, it's like, you know, without like no visuals though, no visuals, but the feelings that you get on mushrooms, you know how I feel like the mushrooms is like massaging your muscles and relaxing your body.
Until nighttime.
Ooh,
I noticed that nighttime with the synthetics. At nighttime with the synthetics, I got more visuals. Like it had to be nighttime.
I got this light shining right in my face.
Oh,
That shit feels good, True.
I'm like geeking, bruh. I'm geeking. I feel it. That shit feel fucking. That shit is awesome. That shit is awesome. Okay, that's what 2 bumps do. Okay, I'm gonna see how long it lasts. Is it gonna just okay? You know how when you first take mushrooms and you start getting that feeling of like you get that little freeze, but you know you. Have you ever felt like cough drop? How the cough drop tastes? That's what I feel like right now.
You turning into a new part on us, man?
Hell yeah, I feel. Okay, yeah. I got that feeling right now, bro. Like, you know, I got the feeling of the taste of a cough drop, basically.
Yeah, the back of my throat is kind of weird.
But it's kind of lit. I'm just trying to see if I get any visuals on this. You know, that shit is crazy. But it feel like when the mushrooms first start kicking in, that's what I got. And it's crazy because my thing on here, man, it's like it's going in slow motion. Cause it feel like when the mushrooms first start kicking off, when they start kicking in, that shit is fucking trippy. But I'm like kind of seeing some other shit, but it won't glitch in all the way yet. That is fucking crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm flying already.
I got some buzzing in my ear just now. Some ringing, high pitch ringing.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm about to go get my cake. Get my cake, nigga. You did that. Whoever did that, Ken Chun. Okay, I can say his name now, cause oh shit. Yeah, you did that. Ooh. That's dope.
But Ozo, I was just practicing after the DMT trip. What's his name? I'm sorry, I'm trying to. It's hard. Hey Debit, when he said after you start my speech is going away from me.
Oh my god.
That once you start doing DMT, you start doing magic. It's a bunch of D's in there. You do. I mean, you know. But I felt this hand thing, and I was twisting my hands. And at first, I was like, I can't put my hands like that. But then I said, no, I just got it. My imagination was just into it. Like, no, just move your fingers like this and do this. And then I was sitting like this, and it felt like I was channeling, or I was how you were saying.
I told Mr. Yozo today, like what I do, certain movements sometimes, and I got a changa. I like make my hands into a triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I push it forward, and then I fold in my hands like swimming, and then I pump it into my chest, and then I go to the top, and then I fold it again, and I start over. That's something I start doing sometimes when I get out of the changa.
I gotta relax for a second. Whew.
It's like you start doing yoga and shit. What you see, man?
Okay. Oh shit, that's 2 bumps. Shit, I'm glad I've been able to bump me out of this motherfucker. Trying to bump me out of this motherfucker. God damn. Shit, and I got, God.
I didn't take record of when I did it. I'm just gonna say 11.
Don't listen to the Matrix, stupid.
No. Philosophers.
Hey, all I can say is this, dog. If I take shrooms and they kick in that fast, I know I'm going in for a hell of a ride, bro.
Yeah.
For a ride.
That's right.
That shit ain't gonna last. Like, it'll wear off fast, but you'll be doing bumps throughout the night. But they'll only let you do it for 1 day.
What the fuck? I can hear y'all and I ain't even got my headphones on. Ain't that about a bitch? I'm tired. Are you tripping?
Yeah. Who's that?
Man,
He's digging.
Hey, for real, I see some shit like this too. God damn! God damn!
what's so funny?
Ooh, shit. Raw research chemicals, goddamn. I don't fucking know what y'all playing with or what y'all done put together. Everything done got fucking like HD beyond, like it's like you hear in your body but you not, type weird shit. This weird ass fucking feeling. Like I'm not me but I'm me type shit. Like what the fuck? God damn, bro, I'm sorry. God damn.
And you was dog.
Huh? I don't know.
Smoking.
They did that. That's all I can say, man. Yeah, they did.
That just sound beautiful, though.
Yeah, it is. That feeling.
You got your money.
Ooh. 4 hours.
Will it ramp up or is it gonna stay the same?
I hope it don't.
Nobody knows.
I hope it stays just like this.
Mine didn't ramp up yet.
Hey, it's like I'm in bro, I don't even know how to explain this. Like I'm in the fucking.
You're in it.
Some shit, bro. It's hard to even explain it right now because it's like I'm here, but I'm not here. Like on some real shit. Oh shit, that is dope. 8 hours. 8 hours, no. Nigga, I'm just gonna get you. Nigga say 8 hours. The double. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god. That is about to be dope. I guess this is what it is. I'm being around. Cause it's like, man, this shit is so DMT, bro. This only giving me that DMT feeling of the fucking when I seen the gestures and shit like that. This is crazy. I can't be like this for no 8 hours. Hell no.
You can today. You sure can today.
Right. Right.
You got me fucked.
Hey, if that lasts 8 hours, I'm gonna be hitting that company up for sure. It seemed when I did it every 4 hours, I had to do another bump.
And like
After like 24 hours of doing it, it didn't work anymore.
that shit is like DMT with mushrooms at the same time. That's what it's like.
Sometimes it may.
That's what made me smoke it.
Oh, I do get the visuals when I close my.
I thought for a second I hurt my third eye by smoking changa all day, but I just realized it's from putting my head on the table the whole day. I'm
Oh, he been outside lately. He need to go outside. You feel me? Damn. I went outside. Everything is lit. I'm telling you. Oh my god, bro! It was like I was on alien planet right now. I almost didn't come back to this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Kind of stand out there, shit. I'm sitting back in the chair. The chair is alive right now. What the fuck? Do this. I like it though. It like got me with the like, but it feel like I'm not in me right. This shit is feel crazy, bro. This nigga gave me enough of that shit fucking to get the whole United States high off this
Or just you.
You research chemicals, Ken, whatever his name is, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Come on, you motherfucking piece of shit.
Shout out to the plug.
Yeah. Shout out to the motherfucking plug. And it's legal. I'm like, well, nigga, it's legal to feel like this. It feel illegal.
I thought that shit wasn't legal, or it's only legal in some states.
I don't know, but I'm going, damn, this is kind of crazy. Yeah,
I know it used to be legal, and I thought they like criminalized it or some shit.
I'm like,
No, that was 5-MeO.
yeah, I'm glitching in and out of the atmosphere. Like, oh shit, man, when somebody gonna have to come turn this shit off. Excuse me. Somebody gonna have to come turn this shit off. What the fuck? I ain't gonna be able to be like this for that. I can't be like this.
The only thing you gonna turn off is the live.
That's what I thought you was talking about. That or the lights.
Oh shit.
You better embrace it, because this is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is, but damn.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. And you know what's trippy about this? Damn, I hate having come these memories that be coming back. And they're not even memories. It's like of dreams and shit. And I always say, when I said that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, the funny thing, too, is that this whole time, this is the placebo. It ain't even kicked in yet.
No, don't say
That's how I feel about right now about me. I'm like, it's
because I already feel like I did this shit before, but oh shit, this is like I'm stuck in a DMT trip, nigga, right now.
Now it just began. That first yawn.
Don't say that.
The first yawn.
This is just the beginning, man. This is just.
No, but that's dope though, because it's gonna be a just high rise and then it's gonna go down fast. It's gonna go way
Oh man, I'm glad I'm doing it with y'all because I couldn't do this with no Ada. God damn,
I'm glad to literally be taking a trip with you, bro.
You turn it off. Turn it off. Like shit. You can't turn it off. You just gotta live like this for 8 hours.
Yep. Cause now this would be only the second time I'm on mushrooms or something and I'm talking to people. So it's a good time, good experience.
Yeah, it is. It's a dummy experience, but I'm like, I don't even look the same. My fucking on the camera. It's like, oh shit, that shit look weird, bruh. Okay, here I go.
It's all good though.
And I keep having every time I blink, like not even blinking, it's just like these little fucking, like somebody sprinkling like these red and blue things everywhere every once in a while.
Yo, you ever have points of color just come out in your vision?
Yeah. But it's weird because it feel like a dream, bro, but it feel like we did it before in another point in time or something.
As we did.
I don't like that feeling. Yeah, we did. But it's like,
right now.
I gotta be like this, man. That's all I'm thinking. I said, I'm about to
Don't trip on that.
I'm about to be turned up. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Thought I got inside.
It feel good though, but goddamn, I ain't stuck. I ain't trying to be stuck like this for that long. But I think I already did this.
That decision was made as soon as you put them bumps in that water.
Yeah.
There's no, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna have to rock this one out and explore this shit and see what's up.
All I keep saying to myself is they did that. They did that. I'm about to go throw this shit up. Oh, I can't.
You can't throw that up. I am seatbelt.
Yo, you better get into your shaman position.
It can't get no fucking, come on now.
Get into your shaman.
It's over.
Shaman. Get your new age shaman on that.
I'm not ready. I wasn't ready. You think too much. 6 months. Because it's keep on glitching into this other place to where it's like we did this shit already, bruh.
We here, yeah.
And what the fuck? That don't make no sense. It's impossible. I'm not believing it. I'm not.
Hey, how many times you was on that ride and that roller coaster back in line again? How many times?
Okay.
You can't believe it? You got right back. We did this before, bro. We get back in line, B.
Alright, to do the shit again.
Mm-hmm. They just do it in another way. Doing another through a group of different
experiences. The more shit break
experiences.
down inside me, the more it just opens up shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? Okay, yeah, calm down a little bit. Calm down, soldier. Yeah, you strong in there. It's like I got a whole nother fucking robot shit in me.
The commander of the spaceship. The commander of the fleet.
Any visuals yet?
No,
Hella visuals.
No, dang.
Hella
What you
visuals.
seen?
I'm missing out.
This life. visuals. Yeah, it's like, that's the visual type. That was the visual. I don't even want to close my eyes right now. Because when I close my eyes, it's taking me. I don't even want to close my eyes. I'm seeing all type of crazy shit.
Get your
I feel
warrior.
good. I'm starting to feel good.
Get your
Man.
warrior pants on.
Close eye?
Huh?
EMT visuals, close eye?
Man, I'm in the nigga. Didn't I just tell you I'm in the? What the fuck? Just I'm in the.
You gotta see his screen. He got me rolling.
I'm in the space. If you see how every fucking thing look that I'm looking at, I don't even want to look at this shit.
Man up, man. Man up.
Come on, bro.
Shit.
Let's keep going.
It's bringing back different memories, different lifetimes, and all different types of shit. And I'm looking at everything, and I'm going, let me just be Booker right now, okay? And it's like, no, this is what it is.
There's only one way out, man. And that's masturbation, man. Gotta start masturbating.
Masturbation. Oh my
Do it on the live.
The only way out is through.
And it's crazy how I can live these other places.
She outside.
All a fucking dream.
Yes,
Bro,
this is the
yeah,
dream.
God, damn it. Okay, I'm not trying to wake up from the dream right now.
That's when the fun starts.
Yeah, raw research can do motherfuckers. Man, I hope Ken, whatever his name is, shit.
Yeah. I heard some stories last forever, man.
Shit, okay. It's like, it kind of turned. Why I got all these goddamn lights on? What the fuck? The fuck?
Turn on the sun.
What the fuck, bro?
Who turned the damn sun on?
Who turned the sun on? Got this heater on, this shit. They got the heater on and all type of shit. Okay, yeah. I'm still here though, y'all. I don't know how. I'm barely here because I'm seeing all type of shit that keep coming in my vision. I'm trying to push the shit out. And it's like, no, I'm gonna just let it happen though. Okay, I'm just let it happen. What the fuck? Okay. Calm down.
Yep, there you go.
Calm down. Let me calm down a little bit. Okay, yeah.
How you doing, Ty?
I don't fucking know how I'm doing. Look, I only want to blink. I need that goddamn thing that keep your eyelids open. That keep your like this is like, damn, I want the lights off, but then I want them on, but then I want them off, and then I don't fucking know, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. This world confusing.
In 2 minutes, he was like, who turned these goddamn lights back on?
I think I'm battling my ego right now.
Yeah, just let it go, bro. Let it flow. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
Okay. Calm down. I'm trying to calm down, but I can't, King Guys. I'm telling you, this shit is funny.
Uh-huh.
This shit crazy.
Why that shit, my nigga? Why that shit?
But nigga, what the fuck?
They'll turn them lights off and on about 300 more times.
Oh, shit, bruh. And then it's like, you know, it's so many noises and shit going on right now. I'm hearing all out of noise. They sound like what they is, but then they sound like what they ain't. And it's like, that don't even make sense, but it makes sense when I'm saying this. I'm saying it because I'm living in these whole different lifetimes, bro. Walking in the mall, this fucking mall, in a whole nother lifetime that it keeps showing me like, nigga, you lived before. And I don't want to see that, though. Okay, I understand that, but I don't see
That's
it right.
the game. That's the game. The game is to play it all at the same time. That's the game you playing. That's how good we are. We was able to be that good.
Yeah, I remember.
Yo, man. When Mushroom show you shit like that, But like, so what?
Mm-hmm. Man, y'all better like this fucking video, shit. This motherfucker. Like, god damn. Can I get a thumbs up for fucking going crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah.
Oh, had a good time over there.
Okay, yes, I try to get
I'm
control.
loving the unexpected.
Try to gain control, right?
It's not really unexpected. Probably somewhere we forgot that we already envisioned this already just now. Like we already had this imagination, this daydream.
You need to let go of all this control you got. All this control, you got way too much. You should have took $5.
Yeah,
You should have had $5.
Yeah, man.
That should be.
This shit is crazy, bro.
It was a good day, man. I'm gonna have to go to bed. I've been tripping all day. I'm gonna
I can go to bed right now. Shit.
No, relax, bro. I'm with you. we all here. We all here. But you got, if you say that, I gotta fight your thoughts. Say I'm cool.
I close my eyes. It's going crazy behind my eyelid.
Yeah.
It's starting to come out here.
Man.
Hey, the shit we be saying on this channel, I close my eyes, shit going on behind my eyelids, but it's starting to come out here. You feel me? What's it like?
Yo, I say the same thing. I say everything we saying is the truth, but nobody really can see it when they watching it. You just gotta like feel it or be there. But it's what's happening. It's the words.
But I'm just saying, it's starting to come out here, so before it come out here, I'm just letting y'all know that it's starting to come out here. Like, what the fuck, man? That's crazy. Dude, don't yawn, because you're going to get higher. That was a nice stage right there that I went through.
That yawn that you just did, that was the second phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's gonna kick in.
Yeah, now it starts.
What the hell, bruh? Okay, yeah, calm down, because it's showing me that I did this before in another lifetime on a different planet or some shit. I don't fucking know what the fuck it is. That shit don't make sense, though. Because I'm seeing them all, and it's like, what? Like, no wonder that shit is finding me the way it's finding me and coming and have me go.
That's what they said, man. That's what they said.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad y'all here with me, you feel me? I feel like fucking run, Forrest, run. On everything.
He was like, hold up, you read one paragraph on the website, was like, man, I'm gonna try this shit right now.
1 minute, y'all. Oh shit, let me go get my let me go wait. He going
come back and turn the lights off too.
Oh, he's lost now. He ain't coming back for a few minutes.
He up and down.
Down through around.
Never mind.
Somebody just turned it off.
And in the end, you gotta stop.
Turn it off. Stop the ride. Stop the ride. The motherfucker, the conductor look at you and speed it up more.
Mama.
Stop the
I ain't calling for mama.
It's working again.
Oh my god, man, for real.
That yawn got him. A second.
That's how I feel right now, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, everybody come from, God damn it.
Spark that butt up, man. Get that natural psychedelic. Just chase that.
Yeah, you should smoke weed. I think that's what I was actually going to get, but I forgot. It's hella shit going on. I guess I'll go halfway there and halfway here, like with my eyes closed halfway. Cause I'm seeing like the first shit I was seeing up at DMT. It's like this outline cut out of everything. That's fucking retarded, man. We live in Photoshop and shit.
Yeah. That's where we are. Constantly editing, editing scripts, writing new scripts, getting new camera angles, trying new skills, creating new circumstances. Making people evolve with each other at certain random times that seem random to them, but they just don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
Until they take that dose. And then they reminded.
As I look, just as I. Oh, what the fuck, bruh? I'm trying to, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to do. I'm trying to come down. That's what I'm trying to do. Like,
go up.
Like, can you let me off the airplane right now? I'll be up here in the sky.
Yeah, you're
I'm gonna pull over in this cloud. Hop on out.
I close my eyes. That shit is so beautiful.
Hey, you wanna know something trippy about jumping out the plane? They say the moon is constantly falling towards the earth, but still is in orbit, so you're just gonna still be jumping. It's still a trip.
And what's trippy is, I did this before. All of it. I'm like, damn, that's what fucking doesn't make sense.
Do it better this time. Like when
Make it make
play
sense.
Call of Duty, and you gotta go through the same map over and over.
And I said, man, the shit behind my eyelids is starting to come out here. It's starting to come out. I'm gonna just let it out. I ain't even tripping. I'm gonna let it out. That's all you can do. But yeah.
At times that shit feels better than mushroom.
It's kind of dope because it's like showing me, damn. And it's crazy how you remember these other lives and these other aspects of you. And the other you that's in a different reality. It's fucking dope, though, how you can see it.
You see it, right?
Yeah, you see it.
See it.
Cause you know that exists on these other realms of reality, but you can't see it right now. And like it just bring back the memories of certain shit that you did in the other reality. Kind of dope.
That's on the charger.
As I go, fucked up that I even forgot. Oh man, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap out, bros. Mr. Rosa, thank you for a great day, man. I enjoyed myself. All you other guys, go fuck yourself, you fucking homos.
Adios, bro.
Oh man.
Enjoy, man. And Ty, get the Skype so we can do the animation, man.
Hey, it's already happening.
Cool,
Go
bro.
to hell, wizard.
When I get up tomorrow morning, you're gonna still be tripping balls.
Oh,
Hey, you I'm on
Alright, I'm
the
tapping out too. Wish me luck. I'm going to Spangle in Denver. Wish me luck.
bro.
Oh, nice.
Peace out, Ozo. Peace out, Waking Wizard, Matrix, everybody. Crew,
Good, man.
Thanks,
That was
Alex.
a boy.
Sex again.
You set some waves with the animation.
Yeah.
Hey Justin, have fun with.
But
What?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay, I'm out.
It's
All
like
right.
4 in the morning for Justin right now, right?
Yeah.
No, it's 9 in the evening right now.
Hey, well, I've been on it for since 11 o'clock, I say. And now it's been, I don't know. It was about, I would just sprinkle some into the raw paper, and then I put it inside the cup. I made sure it was like, it really filled it up a bit. Like people were saying a bump, and I don't really know bumps. I just went by like on TV, but like still cut that in half, and then I went more into, and then I did that, and then I did more. I did a little more after that, so I sipped a little more. By the time I wait to see if it's like the come up is still like mushrooms, where it's slow and then it comes on. Yeah, it is. That's how I was in the beginning. I was shaking and stuff, so I'm riding it out. I want to see if I want to take more, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But I like it. I like what's happening in Zurban and stuff and what's actually occurring.
Yeah, I'm starting to
You see how it is though with life and shit, with us in general, even us, we psychedelic trippers, we won't step to the plate on like, let's say somebody gives us something specific, like, yo, that right there is fucking 15 grams of mushroom crushed into powder. Motherfucker like, hell no, that's 15 grams. But then that powder, we don't know how much, what a representative is, and like, okay, fuck it, let me, that's too fun.
All forms of the mind that we created as blockages and it made us forget.
That's dope though. Little by little, it seems like the come up that you guys had was dope because it was immediate satisfaction, immediately in the zone.
It was. And I can't compare it to Xanax or anything else because I never did it. So I could just say I went from feeling good to ultra fine.
Yeah, I'm just diving into it right now. Feel me?
Where are you at?
I'm like at the day. You know, I'm like I'm saying, man, shit. I don't know what. I can even show you that type of shit. But you recall and you remember shit. They like give you you know, you got access to it, I guess.
Yeah, bro. What they telling you right now is like that's what they told me 2 days ago, nights on that mushroom trip. After I got finished watching Undone, and the person in there was going through the scenarios that you're that you're displaying right now. So it's like it's the never-ending story thing I'm seeing right now. But they was telling me the exact same thing. The reminders hitting, and it feels so good to actually remember that. It's like, why would do feeling bad mean that I forgot, or is that just an attachment, or why would I make myself forget all of this stuff? Like that is some questions. But then it's just like you just roll with it.
It's crazy, bro.
And then just laugh. That's the most.
I'm sorry. I gotta take the headphones off. It's crazy, bro. We created some shit here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the zone right now. It's all.
And it's all his son teaching us too.
Yeah, I'm rolling with this.
It's all your fault.
Nah. Hell no.
I'm blaming it on you, man.
Fuck it, I'll take the blame. I'll top out. If they let all y'all go, I'll top out.
Oh wow. You well said 40 grams.
How you feeling, Ty?
Look, I can't hear, I can't read comments, I can't do shit. I'm loving this.
You well said 40 milligrams of ACMO is like 10 grams of mushy.
Hey, tapped in. I don't even know how we did.
I don't even know how much I did. That's why it's always like also you said how comfortable we are with things. How comfortable we are with things is what brings about the experience. Then the powder, what you were saying before, like you really know what you. It's like I'm seeing beyond what people are saying. Like what people are saying. Like not even seeing what you're saying, but I see the person saying what you're saying. But like you know who you are. That's all I can say. You know who you are. Like we all know who we are when we talking, and we playing out this stage right now. Not even just for the YouTubers, the comment people. They're part of the show too. Like it's all part of this. This is the production. It's some good production.
Symphony.
Yeah, symphony. Yeah.
Was that another yawn?
My chair and shit.
I'm telling you, I don't feel real right now. But I know what that
This guy's made out of Clay-Doh right now.
Yeah.
Fucking.
means. I know what it means, so I'm not free. Like I'm not real right now.
Dope though, because man, this shit keeps showing me that shit. It's showing me open up, man, whole other lives, and it's like right now. I'm like in those stages to where it's showing me, bro, you created all these different realities.
I'm about to grab my wizard hat.
Absolutely. Hey, Ozo, Justin called you gay. He's in the chat room.
Yeah, he likes to do stuff like that. He's out of his bar. He's out of his bar.
I hear you.
That nigga goofy.
This Justin is crazy. He's one of those.
You over there, too?
He's one of those people, but he's like shock and awe. You know what I'm saying? Like he says some shit like shock and awe. Like, oh shit.
Oh, gosh, I don't feel like looking for
Like that's sometimes you need that in life. Though, just to prove that just shit don't really mean nothing.
Absolutely. I figured he'd say something eventually.
Oh yeah, he was here all day, all morning, tripping, all morning smoking chocolate. Wild out.
I wasn't here listening. I was with the family and shit.
That's just crazy, but it feels so good. But it like got me glitched in with all these different lives, dude. And you can just see them all. And like,
what the most part that fascinates you about those lives is that they actually exist, or is that you can see them? Which part is more true?
Sense. Don't make sense. I'm just trying to grab. I'm trying to.
Okay.
That's all right.
It's like I don't even understand how I could even remember that.
The problem is, right, when it comes to these things, it's like it becomes a thought loop that you want to figure something out that's unfigurable, and then it keeps coming back again, telling you something else, and it becomes a thought loop.
Hey, true. The way it comes to me is that the mushrooms probably was sent here to remind us. Like, this is the reminder code. And that's why we able to. Like, it feels so impossible because we never had these before. And we forgot. It's an item in this world.
Hey, yeah, man. But I'm about to, because this shit is so good. I'm about to cut the live, y'all. I'm about to go fucking into this shit, bro.
Okay.
Waiting for it.
Dive in.
Go ahead, bro.
Absolutely. Enjoy yourself now.
Damn.
Yo, listen, true. All I'm saying is when you come back, your passport better have a sport print in it.
I don't know what the fuck that shit gonna have, but that shit keep going up. And it's like showing me that, man, how I did this shit before.
It ain't even hit your peak yet.
All them lives, and all those lives is like right now, they like, all of us looking at each other going, how is this possible?
Realization, self-realization within each other, all of y'all like, what the fuck?
And yeah, it's fucking crazy. And that's having a real Rick and Morty moment right now.
You have the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it's fucking shit's crazy.
You know how wild reality is, bro? I want to leave you with this before you go. I had this cocoon. I have cocoons because these the caterpillars didn't hatch, so I thought they was done. It was like a month or two. And now it's been over 5 months, and I woke up, and this morning it was one in my above my bathroom. And one of them hatched, like months later. Months. So today's an awesome day.
Absolutely. That's what it is, an awesome day.
Shit is mad.
Awesome times, even in other realities.
Spiraling through the twilight zone, like doo 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 doo.
That nigga gone.
That's how it is, though.
Yeah.
And, the funny thing is the way this shit is too is the you get to a point when you're on these things that you hear echo and you hear your thoughts keep looping, And that's why True gets to that stage that his most thing that's been standing out to him the most has been seeing past lives. And now that he's seen all these past lives, he goes into one of those thought loops that he keeps thinking that like, how is this possible? Why am I? And then he'll go and he'll keep doing that and keep doing that and he'll focus on that the whole time for his trip, seemingly. But it's also other things that are happening inside too that he can't even express through words right now. He just only says the part that becomes a shocking part, like how is this possible? And then he'll go into a life. And then come back and say, how is this possible? I did this before. And then go into another life. And then come back and be like, how is this possible? And it sounds like he's just saying the same shit, but he's actually bumping, jumping, and he's and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. The Mushies told me the same story that you just said about True. So I know that's where you got it from. Like, they told me the same way you put it and observed it, that's the experience. That's the story. That's the story. The true story.
That's why it's like my job is when I talk to my man and shit, I try to point it out to him, like, these are the things that are small things, like not directly but indirectly, so that he gets the epiphany, like, true, it's not that important that I did this over and over. You know what I'm saying? He has to come up with that idea. He can't. Huh? I didn't hear nothing.
Hey, Piano King.
Yeah, me neither.
I was gonna say you can't break an egg from the outside and expect life to emerge. The only way life emerges is
You got that. Oh, what'd you say?
Somebody come get me right.
How many years went by, True? How many years went by? Oh, man.
How can I, man, the shit I'm seeing right now, bruh.
No. You still live, True, or no?
What?
True, you ain't live no more, right?
I don't think so, because I'm on YouTube.
I'm live on the Just Todd thing now. Just to let y'all know.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to try it. I'm trying this again, y'all.
Make sure you have it later and have some fun with it.
That shit's crazy. Yo, we was over here, he came back in full black.
Sorry, I had the monkey wrench.
Life is fucking profound, bro. But, I'm pretty sure that that's what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening.
Dude, he hasn't even started peaking yet.
Hell nah.
Oh, he dipped out again?
We're not even an hour in, bro.
Woo! Yeah, he isn't
An actual fucking trip.
Listen, this is the thing that I've been telling True. Oh, here he is. No. He been fucking. I've been telling him, like, go deeper on the shrooms and watch how that shit's gonna blow your fucking socks off. And he's like, yeah. He's gonna. And now with this shit, this just pushed his hand to levels of mushroom levels that are like, what is happening? It is
late.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing. The only thing is to do is like to try to not lead him into no fuckery. Like, I always try to avoid leading the motherfucker in the conversation if leading them into something positive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I try to lead them towards positivity.
Hey, you know what the mushrooms showing me? They showing me how strong I actually. Let's go through that. How strong I actually am. Like, just this character right now. Because a lot of my life I played myself. Like, not really knowing, like, how strong. I never, like, was a dominant type figure. So it's like they show me what they. It's like bringing it out right now. Like, yo, this is you. This is you right now. And, yo, just have fun with it.
Just be dope.
You know? Yeah, just be dope.
Exactly.
Just be dope, nigga.
No one can take your script and play your role better than you.
Ain't that right?
They'll be like, oh, this is
Just nice, dope, dude. He gonna come back in here screaming again.
Hell yeah, he said he's
Nobody answering the phone.
Bro,
You ain't call nobody. That boy Philly. He outside having a whole conversation.
Where's Piano Key at? Piano Key need to go scoop his ass up.
He in the chat over here.
He was in here for a second.
Woo! It's kicking in right now. Like,
Nobody.
Time's gone. Fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Drew's real good.
yeah, for some reason I don't get visuals like
I'm
that.
good. I'm straight.
But it's coming on, and I don't know what's in store now. But the body load and stuff is really kicking up. I'm loving it though. It's like I knew this was going
You
to
a little
hit.
nigga, ain't you?
What'd you say?
You a little motherfucker, ain't you? You ain't big at all, are you?
Nah, I'm like 135. Well, 137.
Yeah, so, okay, I got you. So it's gonna hit you.
Yeah, I always feel mushies in my body. That's why I like the high. I'm like, oh, I feel like I did something, like everywhere, physical, mental, astral.
Right.
But no, I still like to get up. Yesterday, after that trip a couple days ago, I was up for still about 24 hours. I had like a 3-hour nap. That's why I said listening to True pushed me to do, well, not push me to do this, but it's like our vibes is synchronicities is so on point. It's like we the characters playing right next to each other, and just like yo, you doing that? I'm gonna go with you.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
Yeah. And I'm like here reminding him like, yay, I'm reminding you.
Drew's on it right now. I could tell, you know what's crazy? That we could tell right now, we could say Drew's got a high sensitivity to psychs. Like they hit him hard, bro.
Yeah.
And fucking and he's right now, he is on, bro. He is on.
I see him right now with a big ass smile on his face.
The hell, he's gone. Just shock and awe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it be it's crazy when somebody saying, yo, I can't believe we already did this, and then like it seemingly to us it seems like only a few seconds went by and he says, yo, I already did this, I keep like if for him he lived a life, came back, lived another life, came back, and he keeps saying like, dude, I already fucking did this shit. And it's like to us it just looks like he's saying that same shit, but he's going in it, dog. He's in there, gone, coming in and out, doing both at the same time, seeing all that shit. Like
I was just in there earlier, yo. Is that True talking?
Shit.
That was over.
there he is, True. Hey, what up?
Hey, I can't. God damn it. I said I can't even. Shit. I need a ride. Man, goddamn.
Don't be driving, man. Don't be driving.
Bro, I'm about to walk. I said I'm about to take y'all with me. That's the only way I can.
You about to go on the Hoffman walk?
Oh, the Hoffman walk right now. Look, the trees.
Get you that bike. Get you a bike. Hey, yo, True. Can you hear me, big homie?
I think so.
Hey, I'm thinking about making an impromptu trip out there tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, shit. I gotta give you this shit.
I think I'm gonna have to do that. Yo, also, you tried, honestly.
Hey, everything this nigga make. No, I ain't gonna make it. You got it, nigga. You got it. Don't nobody.
Man, take your ass home, man. You ain't gonna make it.
Nah, I'm good, man. I got it.
All right.
I'm taking deep breaths right now. I think I'm out here though. I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like a fucking dream though. That's dope. That's fucking dope.
Earlier.
It looked like a dream.
Wow.
Like the trees just down here. Like if y'all can see them going crazy right now. Okay, they like, come on, you got it. Right.
The trees.
Do they look like they're
That's
out
what
of
we said too. We just said that.
Yep.
Do they look like they're out of a video game, True?
Yeah.
That's the one I had earlier
That
today,
shit
man.
looks fucking
like a video
crazy.
game.
Yeah, I'm seeing people, hey, you got a car, can you get stored? Like, what the fuck? Hey, nigga, I would have pick you up just on GP because I know you smiling and shit, happy and shit. Yeah. I'd have picked you up, smoked one with you.
Thank you.
Oh, somebody got him. He's tripping.
Look, I got it, y'all. I did.
Because people was gone.
Oh, man. That's right.
Can't even control yourself. Look at you. Vibrating and shit.
Yo, what's he trying to do?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I can see how somebody will go like real out there, out of bounds on it, and take some heart. Take some heart. But the DMT, you get in there and get out.
Bro, see how similar it is to high doses of shrooms.
I know the shit. That shit is dope. That shit sounds dope as fuck. That shit sounds like it's easy to spike a motherfucking drink with it too.
Right? Throw in some Kool-Aid.
Hell yeah. There's a few people that need a taste. Wow.
Damn, bro, he's making me want to go in. I want to take some shrooms when I get home.
Oh, I'm gonna order that shit that he got now.
You can just order it straight offline, just straight up have it sent to your house.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I don't need it. I don't need it because I got shroomies, but that is something that if it's strong,
I was try it out.
There he is.
Hey, look, check this out, though. This is how high I am, right?
Tell us.
When I left the house, I was about to lock my key. I was trying to press the button to lock the house. Oh, shit. I'm trying to press the, what's the name, on the door to lock the house. Yeah, like what the fuck? Not the doorbell. No, I got my car.
You locking it up in the astro room.
Yeah, I'm pressing the lock on the fucking key to lock the door in the house. Like what the fuck?
You made a force field around the house.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm like, I'm not even mad. I was doing that, and I'm like fucking 2 blocks away from the house.
Oh my god.
Gone.
What you going to the store for? What you going to the store for?
Man, I'm about to fucking get some black and mild.
Oh, I knew it.
Hey, you trying to get sustained
Work, bro.
Man,
I love you, bro.
I close my eyes. I close my eyes in the house, right? Got you. It said, "We got you. Don't try to. You don't need to tone it down. We got you."
Yeah.
So when I closed my eyes, bro, it took me to this dummy ass crazy place, bro. It was like blue, but it was like, man, it was coming on so fast. I said, man, for some reason right now, I'm sorry. I can't, let go and go there. Can I just go and like have a smoke or something like that? Cause like I need the fucking, and I'm saying, I don't know, I'm lost. But can I just go to myself and just go, okay, I accept the fact that you even are here and I thank you. What's
gonna happen is you're gonna get all the way to the store to get them black. You ain't gonna have no money on you because you in a rush.
I mean, first it took me like 20 minutes to put my pants on. One. It took me a minute. I couldn't even, for real, no lie.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't even put my pants on. I said, what the fuck? That's why I said, somebody got to give me a goddamn ride. Shit, but I was talking about.
You don't need no black amount. You alright.
I really don't.
You stretching.
I really don't.
You stretching for it.
But you got me fucked up.
That's your catchphrase, bro.
You got me all the way fucked up. I wasn't ready. I wasn't.
Uh-huh. No, yeah.
I
Go get
wasn't
that.
I needed this. I'm telling you, bro, I needed this walk.
Uh-huh.
People probably looking at me going, this nigga walking fast than a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm fast walking.
I gotta get there quick while y'all walking slow.
You see how I'm walking? I'm like doing the George Jefferson walk right now. I'm trying to walk it off. Okay, goddamn it.
You out here speed walking and shit.
You feel me? Speed walking.
With the smoothness.
You walking like that. Shit, bitch, I'm
telling you, I sure would have to pick a nigga like you up. That's just too dope.
Hey, Yolanda.
Hey, but it feels good though.
Straight up.
It feels good because it's like you in both
I'm too noisy,
worlds,
let me know. My bad, y'all.
You in both worlds. Like I'm in both worlds right now. It's like I'm there, but I'm here. But right now I had access to those other places. That's what was kind of dope. But
the only thing you needed was this trip, nothing else. This is what you needed to be on this level.
When I let the shit take me though, bro, that shit is fucking crazy. Like I don't give a fuck if your eyes is open.
Hey, what was happening at that moment when you said, I ain't gonna make it?
That shit was coming outside. I told you. It's coming outside. It's coming outside.
It was appearing.
Man.
He said, I ain't gonna make it.
Hell yeah, that's coming outside.
Somebody call my mama.
Man, shit. I tried to keep the door closed. You feel me? But that shit said, nigga, we got to keep. That shit was coming. That shit is coming out, bro. It's kind of, kind of calming down. I didn't walk it off and feel like it's kind of calming down right now.
Let him walk that. Keep getting your blood pumping and then let him
But if you just can see how the trees look right now, it's fucking crazy. That shit's awesome. Oh, they did them two trees. They cut their
This is gonna be your favorite trip. Watch all that bullshit. Trying to get that light. This is gonna be your favorite.
Yeah, all of
Yolanda,
it
I'm
in
still
one,
on.
bro.
I almost died when you said you ain't.
Oh my god.
I'm still on. I'm just not as
No, he had me when he kept turning on the lights and then turning bitches off again. He ain't know what to do with himself.
Man. Hell yeah.
Where am I?
Oh, these goddamn lights. I need the lights.
I'm caught in between these different realities, and I'm looking at myself in these other realities, and they looking at me, and we all going, what the fuck? Trying to figure it out.
Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah, I'm hungry.
that was
Stay hungry, Marley.
do something that's
hungry,
repetitious
baby.
to ground you in one reality. You eat.
Oh, that's silly.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Ty, what you took, Ty? Like a tiny mini bump?
I never seen a real bump in real life, only on TV. So
there's no science to it.
Yeah, I was just envisioning it, and
you know when Bugs Bunny asked how many lumps you want?
When I did 4 ACO food, and just a cup of coffee was like the most amazing experience ever. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I just feel nice.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Beautiful.
Right now, I know dude at the store, I know he's like, yeah, this nigga want something? Do you want something? Like, you nigga, I was asking, dang, I needed a ride. I couldn't find nobody. I couldn't find a ride and shit. I didn't want to drive.
That's Southern California.
You can't drive. You can't drive drunk and shit. Look at this shit. That's what killed me when you be walking and you see like the homeless shit going on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. God damn it. I feel like the FBI gonna pull up on me right now, bro. Hey, what you doing? Like, man, y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm doing already and shit.
Nigga, the way your day going, they gonna pull up on you and give you a thumbs up and a smile.
Yeah, like, thanks for sharing and telling us.
Straight up.
See, now these niggas want to play around. Oh, shit. Okay.
Hey, Ty, man, next time you better do a Scarface bomb.
Yeah, stop playing. Oh, shit,
man.
this shit right here. This what made me want to go smoke, though, because when I was watching dude them on the video, shit, they went, sat back, had them a little smoke. shit. I said, damn. But I'm looking at shit, you see yourself in all these different lives, and you can remember the lives. It's like you can remember that shit. That's what blows my mind. It's that I can remember it, and then when they show it to me, it's like, oh, I'll be like, oh, like I knew. Like you didn't know.
Whoa, you just cut me off.
Actually, no.
There we go.
That's what's dope. It's a part of you that already knows. So it's like when you figure it out, and like everything that's actually living, when they see you and know you figured it out, it's fucking crazy how they be acting. As I walk and do all type of shit as the car's fucking changing into shit. Nigga, I told my girl, I said, you gotta go with me to go pick up the kids. You're gonna have to go pick up the kids. I fucking can't drive, period. She's talking about, you knew what you did. I said, God damn it, I'm gonna have to walk with the bike for the kids. Yeah. Oh, shit.
You told her, I know what I did. I was researching.
Yeah, I was researching. It's my job and shit.
This ain't no job, Dad. Dad, this ain't no job.
Like, bitch, I'm at work. You feel me? Don't get mad because my job is to get hot. I'm trying to find out. Hey, look, when you get mad and shit, bitch, I'm trying to find out about life. I'm trying to see it.
That's what happened.
You know motherfucking Mr. Yozo, he's a philosopher. He's a philosopher. Shit. The fuck? Shit.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
We're trying to map the dimensions of times and space.
Hey, look, we're talking about this family mix. That's how I want shit. I don't know. Shit. What? Ain't that about a bitch I forgot? I don't even eat eggs. Talk about how you put your egg. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, man. I'm glad I was able to eat.
You silly, bro. You fucking silly. I'm over here dying.
Yeah, my smile hurts, bro. My smile hurts, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm over here dying trying to eat.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm in a motherfucking dream right now. I'm walking in the dream right now. I'm telling you, I'm about to fly. And then everybody gonna say, look, Jesus. No, he ain't Jesus, because he black.
No!
No, it can't be Jesus because he black. It don't sound right. Y'all disrespectful. Y'all ain't mad about a bitch, huh? Oh, man. As I walk through this shit, because I did it before, but when, I don't know.
You're right about that as well.
And, but the tree is so beautiful right now. Oh, my God.
It is nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day.
That's right.
I want to see Todd panicking about that is too much.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, bro, because the only thing I ever really panic about is the situations that I'm going through now, like with y'all. And like for the past week, it's like my life been changing up. The new panic is gonna come about. I ain't saying nothing ever gonna happen, but the panic that I've been dealing with is like that's no longer there. Cause
Yeah.
I worded it wrong though, cause it's funny. The panic is funny though, but I mean, like, I don't want to see motherfuckers panic. I want to see motherfuckers laughing about, or just geeking about the fact that it's too strong.
I gotta go outside. I gotta go
That it's too strong, like
outside.
geeking.
I'm inside this corner where I'm used to being at.
12:22.
Like as soon as my daughter knocked on the door, I felt my character coming into place to get her away and stuff like that. And if it would have lasted much longer, I would have been off the rail, like somewhere else.
Hey, bro, it's like because you in both places, man. like right now, I'm in both places, but it's crazy. It's like a dream. And this is what's freaky about it. I remember it.
Like, well, yeah, memory is not what we remember. Because memory is not what we remember.
I remember it.
Like, it's not what we was ever told what memory was.
Yeah, like it's fucking crazy. Crazy. As I walk and experience, as I walk, it's fucking dope though. I feel good though. I do it. Yeah.
And plus, this trip is different. Cause everything you were saying true about the girlfriend, about the speaking and what is the eggs and stuff. That's usually how my trips is when I expose myself to people. I'm like, yo, like I say those words out loud, so I like shield myself away. But it's all right.
Yeah, it's like it's a beautiful day right now, bro. Oh, wow. I'm glad
I want that next wave to hit.
able to sit back and I'm gonna just listen till I get to wherever the fuck that is over there. I'm going to.
All right, we'll be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute my mic.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ty, man, that bag is huge, bro. That's how much you get in the mail?
Yeah, I had just a little bit more than that. And no, I had like probably a little more because I kept mixing it in my L. Wow, I forgot all about that memory. Yeah, when I first got it, I was sprinkling it a little bit inside my L and smoking it like that. And I was like, yo, I really feel good tonight. Like, that's how I was feeling for like some
Oh, that would be dope.
So you can do that with it. But I don't know about the effects on the lungs. It is free based, so it's just like any other free base. So whatever you could do with that. But that's cataloged in my mind. I remember seeing that on a forum somewhere. But
taking it in the water feels a lot better, right?
Yeah, it feels good.
How long did it take to come in when you ordered it?
I don't remember. It was just like normal mail though. It didn't take like exaggerated 3 weeks. Yeah.
Hey, now how much did that cost?
The website I got it from, Le Surgeon, it actually got shut down. So it's another site. I don't know how much they are on other sites, but Justin had that European site. It said £4. But if you want to get it domestically, so it don't get like pushed over. But who knows? Who knows if that will even happen? I got mine for like, I think I used Bitcoin, so I had to transfer all the transfers.
Drew already ordered it and got it, so I'm just gonna go with whatever he got. You know
yeah, do that. It costs like $60-$70 for when I got it.
Damn.
It just cost $90 because I had to transfer to Bitcoin and I had to do all this transfer stuff. But now Bitcoin is even easier nowadays.
Damn, fool. Yo, we've been rocking all day, and it's early. To me, it feels like it's already 9 o'clock at night, and it's only 3 o'clock at night.
I was just thinking that. I've been feeling that way all fucking day at work. I've been feeling super lit.
It is lit.
Yeah.
And I feel like I
just
never
got home right now.
My
neighbor, I guess they put out all their Christmas decorations. They got the whole yard covered with elves and reindeer, and I'm about to trip tonight.
That shit's gonna be lit.
It's completely full, bro. All their lights, they're like one of those people who go all fucking out for Christmas, and I'm about to have a good little trip.
All it's gonna look like
you in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I know, I'm fucking, man, I'm just standing under the tree. This nigga telling me you don't remember? Like, we used to be the ones that look after y'all. What the fuck happened? I don't know. Look, I'm like, fucking, I don't know. But he was just showing me that shit like as he just was shading shit. Like, remember? Like, no, actually I don't, but I do. It's fucking weird, bro. Come up on these trees and just be interacting with them. I feel weird. I feel hella weird. But memory's crazy. Like, I remember. Like, it's kind of dope that even when you remember, bro, to get that memory back of what it was when we first started the journey and shit.
Woo!
I know people like, why are you sitting across the street from your house? I don't know. Shit. Trying to see who go in and out of it? I don't know. Yeah. Trying to grab the memory from the tree and shit. That's crazy. I know probably look all weird and shit. Gray sweater, blue beanie, baby blue shirt. Look, I put on all the colors that ain't colors. That's what the fuck, man?
They felt good when you put them on.
Yeah, they felt good when I put them motherfuckers on. I look weird.
Nah, you look unique.
Oh shit! Damn, man, let me go. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Uh-huh.
I know I look weird standing over there. They like, look at what for? Yeah, I stay right there. Only stay right there, but I can't make it.
No, those are high thoughts. Them high thoughts.
Like, for some reason, I can't make the front door. Okay, I made it, though. Oh, shit. Hey, you see that? Dope. This is some dope shit. It's like the nigga that, what the fuck, man? Whoever did this shit, man, the fuck thing, man. Oh, yeah, Albert Hoffman. Thank you,
Albert
bro.
Hoffman.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I can just say, and over there, look. If I wish man, it looked like that shit alive. Like, oh shit, you feel it, you feel me? You know now. Shit, yeah, I know. I still don't get it. I still don't get it, even when I got it. It's crazy because I'm like, remembering all these lives, bro. They seem like it's dreams, though. But I remember them fully, bro. So thankful. So thankful y'all here with me. I close my eyes and I'm seeing, what? Oh my God, like how can you even exist like this? This probably why we do it the way we do it when we're here, for the time here. Living too intense, man, on this body. Or you were just in this existence, I don't know.
You saying it?
Yeah. Because I'm experiencing it right now.
Yep, that's the clearest way. Anything else is a form and fashion, just building up off of that.
But this other place, man, is so fucking beautiful. And you know you exist there. Mm-hmm. But I still ask the question, how? How? How am I existing in all these different realities, on these different timelines? I fucking see it, bro. This shit is fucking weird. It be spooking me out sometimes. Because you get to, you know, it's stages in the trip where it shows you dreamed this already. You already dreamed this. So don't get fascinated. You dreamed it before already. That's how come you know what you're going to do. It. That's how come life play out the way it do in your life right now. Because you already knew what you was going to do. Because you had the dream. You dream life, man, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's how you know. That's why you make the mistakes that you make in life. And you even take. Fuck. wasn't. It ain't actually. I mean, and then it's crazy because it's not done. You know, it's actually not.
It seems like this is supposed to be a state that we're supposed to naturally be in most of the time to be able to function properly, do things properly.
Yeah. For real, because it's kind of dope that I can just function, but it's like I'm in a dream right now.
Yo, this whole trip, this whole experience,
Out.
this experience happened during my mushroom trip 2 days ago.
Yeah. How that shit play out, huh? That shit fucking weird. Bro.
Yep. Because even the things that we saying, it's the way that it was playing out, and it felt external, like I was witnessing the thing that was going, and I was getting the ideas from the things I was feeling was inspiration from, so-called inspiration from that event. And it's like, in a way, that event is happening like right now, what I was going through.
Always, and you know what? Like, we always been interdimensional traveler.
Mm-hmm.
We always. That's what we are. Huh. That's what you said, huh?
Space astronaut. I guess where all those funky terms come from. I call them funky still, cause the funk was something too, being funky. Funk, they had it. They had the juice. Well, the tryptamines.
It's fucking dope. I seen myself good. I did this shit. It's like coming back to me as I go. Like I already knew what I was gonna do. I knew who I was gonna be time to and everything. Like I already had it played out. Ain't that a bitch, huh?
That's where that phrase come from.
And like my higher self, it's weird because
That flows so
my higher
smooth.
self standing in front of me, bro. The machine elves and shit standing in front of me. Like right now. Like, word, man, this shit is crazy. Oh shit, that's fucking dope though. Okay. Yeah. That's dope. And now I got access to it. I already knew I was gonna do that though. As I'm seeing it, bro, I'm telling you, bro, that oh my god. What the fuck? So I, like, as I planned it out, I guess I planned it out a certain way. And then you know what you're gonna do, you just live it.
Wow, some guy came to me alone. Some guy came to me. He had on dreadlocks when I was working at the ice cream shop, and he seemed like he was homeless. But to other people, but to me, it just seemed like he was doing his thing. And I remember him walking up to me and saying, randomly asking me, "Do I see things?" Like I was just thinking, like, was he real?
Dope because when I was saying, like, dang, I need to go get black. I need to smoke. Like, it was telling me, yeah, go ahead. Because that's what's going to help you be able to rely, let it go, and let it take you.
Hmm.
You got to do whatever it takes, whatever you feel is going to relax you, to let it take you.
And it's not going to fit everybody else's picture.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
you already designed it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You designed it a certain way for you.
You even know why people looking at you the way they look at you, even if they not looking at you like that. Like, and it's all right. All good to me.
Yeah, I'm just watching the shit in the sky. Yeah, I see y'all. I don't know how I even see y'all. It's like I don't know, it's like the machine of what they would call the machine of, but it's like that shit's like waving to see if I can. It's like, yeah, I see y'all. Well, I guess I always been seeing you, dog, but I guess you have to come in at different aspects in order to make me comfortable or something.
That's what
To
they
get me
say.
comfortable with shit.
Every experience is for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, I'm stuck in these fucking other existences. That's what's blowing my mind. That's what's blowing my mind. But it is kind of dope, though. But being in those other places, there's just things that's just out of place that you recognize. Out of place. It's like you kept building these realities until you built this one that you in like this. It's fucking weird. It don't make sense, but I guess it, What the fuck? What? Ain't that some shit? That's why your existence is probably so special. You feel me? Because you tuned it to you and what you wanted to experience in life. Ain't that some shit? That's probably why the people that go through shit that they go through, that don't make sense though. So yeah, it do make sense because you tune the shit. Like when you go buy a car. You go buy a car, you don't just buy any car. You don't just go, okay, I'm going to just buy a car that's just going to get me around. Nah, you go look at the benefits. Okay, wait, it's going to do this. This might happen. Go look at if it break down and this and that. That shit is fucking crazy. But okay, I see it. I get it, though. I get it. So, you can't be mad about existence. And why people are homeless, or why people are this, or that. If they chose that through this existence right now, they chose that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
And it's enjoyable to them.
Yeah, man. If
Very
I get
much.
these gems and be dropping these gems on y'all, you feel me?
Hey, we dripping right now.
Yeah. And I'm geeking. Eyes closed, I'm in and out because I'm within the dream right now. It's just showing me how the shit, like, I'm seeing some weird, scary shit, man. But, hey, it's scary to you, but it ain't to me. The scary shit is actual life.
Woo. Yep.
That's dope, though.
Uh-huh.
That's dope, man, when you think about it, because when you come into this reality, you get to design it how you want to design it. That's fucking crazy.
How much control we have of the settings?
Yeah, you don't think you got control, but that's what that's where you get it fucked up at, because you don't understand that you live in this way because that's what you chose. You designed it that way. You said, okay, this is how I want it to be. As you went along, as you were seeing it, bro, and you seen it happen before you even came in.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, bro, that's just crazy.
Man.
But it makes so much sense, though.
I know.
Because in the end, you get to do it again. Except this time you go, okay, well, this time I'm going to leave out this, this, and this. Some people, no wonder they keep coming back and experiencing the same thing over and over again.
That's what an
Because
old
they
soul
love it.
is.
That's what they like. Yeah, that's what they like. They doing what they love.
They came here to do what they love. That's what they try to say all the time, right?
You came here to do what you love, to experience. Man, King Guys was just shooting this shit the other day, but I'm saying that shooting it in another lifetime, King Guys. I'm trying to catch where we even. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to catch where we even in the other lifetimes where we even met up and hooked up at.
Yeah, experience it.
Cause like it's weird. Like I see myself in another life to where like I actually watch Just Time. Like that's where I be getting my knowledge at. I'm sitting up here chopping it up with another me and another fucking. Y'all don't understand this shit, bro. This shit is crazy. I'm talking right now. I'm talking to another me in another lifetime. That's explained to me because like even when we recognized each other, it was like, what the fuck? How can we do this? But it's kind of dope, though. Kind of dope. Because it seemed like I'm talking to them, but I'm talking to you.
Yeah. It's all the same thing, right?
Weird.
That's what I was on. That was on too. Like the person
right now,
that
I
was
was
not
talking,
me.
like I was talking to. It's like I can see it's a younger me, but it's like I'm in like a college dorm or something, bro, and I'm watching Just Time. It's like, what the fuck, bro? This shit don't make sense.
In a college dorm.
Yeah, in a college dorm, and we time. Like it's fucking weird, bro. It don't make sense, but it makes sense. It makes all the sense.
I don't have no doubt.
I don't know.
An intergalactic cable.
That's dope, though. That's fucking. That's lit, though.
Intergalactic cable. Wow.
And it's like, as I'm saying, like I'm talking to myself in that college dorm, but I'm reacting with you on the TV. That's what's blowing the dude in the college dorm mind.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god, this shit is crazy.
That shit dope.
He geeking out because he watching me. What the fuck, bro? This shit is fucking.
Remember
this. My god. And it's blowing his mind because he like, I'm communicating with you on the TV.
Them feelings.
This shit is crazy, bro.
We interacting with things all the time on levels that people are not ever like even interested enough to believe in,
or even give it a thought.
It's
bruh. I'm just let it be. Just let it be because I'm seeing it. And like, bro, I'm like you. Like, I'm fucking good, man. I'm like, what the fuck, brother? Like, we seeing it together. Me and him, we witnessing, and we going, what the fuck? If you see the look on my face, what the fuck? And the look on Ty's face, bro, it's like, what the fuck? we barely just fucking went, okay, damn, wait, hold on. I'm communicating with you, but then still, though, Ty's show is fucking crazy. Because Ty's show, bro, that shit don't make sense. Because Ty's show, I'm talking to Ty.
You know Ty. You know a Ty, a version of Ty.
No, but I'm saying that version of you, I'm talking to you through the screen, my nigga. But the me that's watching did never realize you actually talking to me in another fucking life. That's how we...
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh my fucking God, that is mind blowing. I hope y'all just caught that. Please tell me you recorded the time.
All of this is a whole experience, man. In and out.
Oh, yeah, he recorded that.
We recorded
it. Okay, look, check this out, bro. On everything. The other life.
That was dope.
As we going, I look, as I'm talking, man, bro, that's how we know. Bro, this shit is fucking crazy. Oh my God. God, oh my God. That was a pivotal point right now in time that just happened because I'm realizing where I'm watching you on TV. Your show that he watching is us in another lifetime, in this lifetime. Mm-hmm. But you performing it on that show, that shit is fucking... Oh, wow.
Right.
Bro.
The sense it's you is tapped in a whole full circle, comes full circle. Yeah.
So it's like, he looking at the TV and he's going, what the fuck? So, okay. Wow.
And now that you had this epiphany, that changes a lot now. That impacts
a whole lot.
Right.
A whole lot. That's fucking dope, though.
That's going to translate to this round.
Oh, my God. And I knew I was fucking going, because I already set it up. Oh, shit. Bro, I wish y'all could see this shit, bro. Oh, my God, I wish y'all could. Well, y'all witness this. Look, the trees is hugging each other and shit. This shit is fucking crazy because... Yeah, I'm tapped in. I've always been tapped in.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That we forgot.
I've always been tapped in. But now I can see my other lives. And I can see how I created everything. And how I did it and why I did it the way I did it. This is why. And this is why everything is connected the way it's connected.
Everything is everything.
Yeah, it's fucking, oh my God, man, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. It is crazy. Y'all need this shit. I'm telling you. The shit I did in order to fucking make this shit don't make sense, but it make all the sense. But it's dope how I can remember myself in times to where I lived lifetimes to where I did it, to where I said, okay, I'm going to put myself in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole lifetime that I just lived in prison, doing life in prison.
Ain't that dope?
Remember that. We sitting up here because it's
because you can.
Yeah. And I see how I put everybody in position. As I play, what the fuck, bro? We next level, y'all. We next level. We always next level. We just didn't, but we set ourselves up for this life. Bro, that's the smartest thing, bro.
It really is genius. Genius.
Actually genius when you think about it.
A genius, when you break down the word, mean to be inspirited by a genie. So we've been working with this ourselves for a long time.
Yeah. I said it.
Well, forever.
Oh shit! What the fuck time is it?
Do they have clocks on the walls in their dorm room?
Oh damn! It's only fucking 12, yeah.
Yeah. No. Imagine what we used to be doing. Well, no.
But right now, y'all, it's like y'all the machine now.
Everybody.
That fucking shit is weird, bro.
That's what spooks most people away. But yeah, since you get it, it's cool with you. But that's what make all the movies and experiences now.
Like, if I just break it down, a lot of people wouldn't even be able to understand how we even in position and break apart everybody. Being eyes or just eyes. That fucking shit is dope. That's a masterpiece. Yeah. You made the best story known to man.
Greatest story ever told.
Ever told was your life.
There you go.
Think about it. Your life.
There you go.
Not nobody else's. That's the greatest story. But this shit is dope because the life that you created is, you know you created it. Despite what it is, that shit's fucking dope.
Create every moment.
Oh my God.
A whole nother lane.
Yeah, this shit is dope though. As I experienced it with y'all off the phone ACO DMT that we knew we was gonna take a long time ago because we talked about it in the other lifetime before it even got here.
I told you I bought it a year ago in this dimension. In this dimension, I bought it a year ago and it just been sitting there. And before you got on, I said once you started talking, I knew to get it. I just knew it. Like, it wasn't it was other voices that wasn't even there that would pop up saying, oh, you doing it because somebody's saying. It wasn't none of that. It was just like, oh, it's time. It's time.
And it's funny because I'm sitting here as you going, and like I said, I'm in between dimensions right now, bro. I'm in the college dorm watching you go on TV, and I'm tripping because I'm going. The whole fucking time we always was going, who the fuck is this nigga be talking to?
I'm talking to people. I'm talking to people we can't see.
Going, yeah, who the fuck is he talking to? Because there's and it's like, who is he talking to? Like, okay, we barely figured it out now. On to the next. The whole time he was fucking talking to you in another parallel universe.
Which translated to that. Yeah.
I'm telling you, having the same trip I had again. It's just replaying itself, so I'm just talking it out. But I was saying the same thing about you during my trip, and how you was saying all the stuff you was saying, and I was like, yo, it really is like all of us, we really bros. Like the stuff they was saying, and me, they was talking to me, everything you saying now. It's wild to be tripping at the same time, because this would be like a passing thought, and I'd be like, oh yeah, chuckle. But now it's like, the more you believe in it, the more you believe in yourself, the more the thoughts that pass through your mind. It told me that I don't have thoughts, I have imaginations, and those imaginations are as you are experiencing realities with whole blood or whatever they use to keep themselves going over here. But it's like they got their heart beating or whatever stuff, and they on and at it, and that is just, I'm not we hear this all the time. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Like, I just love that film. I'm not crazy.
I hope I'm not crazy.
No. If we are, then the whole world is crazy, and we need to redefine the terms like we already are right now.
But it's cool because I set these different points in time in order so I can remember us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember everybody. And that's why I put these things here. I'm starting to see. In order so when I go tap in, like, I can remember, okay? That's how everything is actually made. Like, it makes sense to me, but it's so hard to explain right now. I wish I could. Wish you was here. You are here, though.
Yeah.
You're here with me in both those lifetimes.
The way they explain it in a movie.
On TV.
The way they explain it in a movie called Spirit Within, once they got to a certain place, the person that was running the program of that reality, she took their name, so they couldn't remember their name. And once they remembered their names, they was able to gain more of their essence back and who they really was and what was really going on.
Yeah, you start to gain, and that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm starting to remember, like, everything.
Hey, Piano Kid, we still tripping.
Nights. Man, y'all don't understand. But y'all do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do, though. Shit, man. We fucking created some wild shit, man. Straight up. The best story ever known. Straight up. So all I keep saying is I'm looking at it play out in nighttime. Like, oh my God, bro.
I'll be joining y'all shortly.
Remember those lives like I
you already there, Piano.
I lived them, though. It's like, come on now, I'm passing by people going, shit, if you had this shit I'm on right now, God damn it. The cold thing about it is they have.
They just forgot.
That's like
they acting like they forgot. They acting like they forgot.
Yeah, basically. They already programmed it in.
Uh-huh.
That fucking shit is crazy, man. But I see it. And I still don't want to believe it.
And that's my bro.
That shit's crazy. Fucking watching you. I'm sitting here watching your ass, bro, on TV, though.
I'm glad we stay on for more than 5 minutes.
What the fuck is this nigga talking to? Like, even though he's spitting knowledge, though, the whole time, your show, everybody, I think that's what everybody probably be saying is, who the fuck this nigga be talking to, though? Why
all of y'all.
What the fuck, bro? And it was like, damn, okay. The whole time, dumb ass nigga, he was talking to you.
Yep, you just had to be tapped in to hearing.
Oh
Oh shit, y'all don't get that though, right? You get it though?
They'll get it when
The
I get
whole
down.
time.
They'll get it when I get down.
No, King Oz. Did you just hear what I said, King Oz?
Say it again.
The whole time, you're talking to your fucking self. No matter who, whether I'm King Oz, whether I'm Just Ty, I'm always talking to myself.
It's always you. It always comes back to you.
Whoa, I just felt it and seen it.
Right there.
Good shit.
Oh my God, bro.
It always comes back to you.
Always back to you. We wonder how everything.
You just get to play different roles of you, like Ty said. It's just different roles of you. That's why you was tapped in on both sides.
And basically, you then took it to the next level. That's how come when I tap in, I can go into those other places because that's how I'm into this place right here. I'm tapped into this place. Like, it's fucking weird, bro. It's hard for me to explain it.
Oh, you doing good with that part?
Yeah, you explaining.
You doing real good with that part. Just free flow.
I understand it and I see it because I'm there. And it's fucking dope, you know?
Absolutely.
Fucking lit, bro.
That shit dope. That shit dope.
So that's what it was. Okay. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, man.
I guess I always got it.
Always had it.
You always got it. You just... That was the plan.
Like you said, you left yourself little breadcrumbs.
Little breadcrumbs. And now I'm walking in the dream, and I'm in the different dreams right now, bro. I'm watching Just Ty on TV.
Realm surfing.
In another reality, while I'm here walking around in this reality talking to y'all, trying to figure out in another reality where the fuck I know King Oz from. I'm telling
That's
you,
it. Straight up.
You know what? People, man, it sound crazy. It sound crazy, but to me, it sounds sane because I know what the fuck is.
No, don't let them sound crazy thoughts get to you.
No,
blocking
in
you
this
from
place.
us.
If you crazy, you crazy. It's the normal motherfuckers that is fuck.
It's just, hey, y'all, I know now. I know now. And I get it. That's life. That's life, man. That's fucking dope, though. We created the dopest shit ever without even knowing. Oh, shit, bro.
Every little thing we do creates a different realm that deals with what we do. That epiphany changed the pivotal moment. Yep.
Yeah. And every
So now that creates a whole nother joint. Now then that's going to create a whole nother joint.
A whole nother.
But it's still all you, so you're going to be able to be tapped in the whole way around.
The whole way around. But right now it's like I accepted this one.
Yeah.
Each one, I'm living them all. I'm looking at myself, bro, that is fucking dope. Bro, as fuck. Nigga, you is a fucking genius. You always was.
That's what grandma said.
Bro, you was a genius. You just never realized it. Right now, bro, we are in our minds talking to ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Creating everybody else. We create everything. People don't, man, oh my.
It's unbelievable,
God.
Right? Well,
on a simple note, you can look at it like you allow these people into this reality. You chose this.
Hey, check out my game. Check out my game I just made. I put a lot of work into it. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Or y'all know how life is.
Yeah. Oh my fucking God. Ain't that, I'm just looking at it going, boy, you're a genius. And everybody individually, because we're all the same person.
Yep, I was going to say, that's why I gravitate. I was like, yo, this bro is right next to me somewhere right now.
I broke it. I broke it. Yeah, I broke it. Okay, yeah, what the fuck do I have to be scared of?
Exactly.
The demons, I created the demons.
Who created them?
I did.
Ooh-wee.
I created the scary shit. Bro, everything is in my mind. I created everything and said, this is what's going to be scary to me. This is what's not going to be scary. This is what, bro, the whole way.
Let me entertain myself.
The whole way. When I get scared, hold on. When I get scared, I'm going to have what's the name jump in and say this.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm watching it play out in my mind right now going, no, nigga, that's not it. I don't want to accept it, but I have to. But I already put in my script that I wasn't going to.
In the script.
Mm-hmm. I already wrote it out and said, no, you're not going to accept it. That's what's dope about it.
It's a dope story.
The story that was just told and keeps on going.
It's a comedy. It's a suspense. It's a thriller.
If I record the trees right now and show you how the trees is going crazy, you'll be like, okay, I get it. But we chose not to get it.
When the world dances with you, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh my fucking God. That shit better make sense. Oh, it makes so much sense, bro. Y'all don't understand. This is fucking. This is dope, bro. Dude, that's why. Wait till the end. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nigga. Only if y'all knew. Wow.
It's happening now, you
That's
well.
some dope shit.
Yuel said, now write your own script in real time.
In real time.
Yep, no delay.
Right
Be like, wow, just always shocking yourself.
And then
magic.
What make it so bad though, because you see all the other things that connected there, and why you made it life, and why the fact that life goes the way it do, and all these other alternate realities is what make this reality what the fuck it is.
Ooh. Yeah.
It make this reality all the alternate reality.
It all ties in,
in order to make this reality what the fuck it is.
And vice versa.
It's all look, bro. It all ties into each other. It's all just thinking
reality somewhere else.
It's all just thinking about other places. Everything is thinking about other things. It all ties in like TAI.
And that's why you made ties.
Yeah.
That's why you made ties, because everything ties in.
And I came across that
footnote
breadcrumb later.
That's why we even came up with that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I say that's how I came up.
We've always been just time.
I always say I grabbed it out the ethers. The ethers is a real place.
Man, and it's like right now, bro, I even see you, right? I'm fucking connected on another level, nigga, where I'm seeing through your eyes. And I'm going, I know you don't. You can say you get it, but you don't. I hear you saying you get it, but I can tell that you don't get it.
And I hear that too. And that's my life story. I know that life story by heart.
Crazy.
Yep. That's what I be trying to tell people about. I know, but I don't know. Man. And I'm trying to convince myself that I know with every video. And the shrooms tell me that what you're saying is exactly right. But yo, look at you.
You chose that though. It's like you like a certain path, man. It's fucking crazy.
That's why I breathe a little more nowadays.
I'm tapped in like a motherfucker right now. I'm telling you, I'm tapped in. I'm seeing through everybody's eyes, bro. If you talk to me right now, it's like I'm you. I'm like you talking to me. So I already fucking know what you're gonna say before you even say it, because I'm you talking to me.
Yeah. You know, all of these little giggles we saying, and that I just got out of that self-awareness and then got into this.
Because I'm all inside. I'm all in my head. Already got it planned out. Already know.
Mm-hmm.
I put you there to say that. I put them there. Bro, we all are the same person.
Yeah.
We all are the same one being. Yep. There is a... we all, bro, tap in right now. I'm tapped in right now. No lie. We all
Dang,
are
man, I'm glad I got to
one
witness
being,
this.
bro.
You on point? You on point like a mug?
I see that shit right now. I'm in it right now. Bro,
I dig it.
and I'm going, it's dope how I did it, though, how we even did what we did. You know what I'm saying? And I say I because I'm experiencing it right now and I can see it all going on and playing out in my head. And it's like a dream right now. This shit is like a dream. And we set it up like that, though. But it's fucking dope. That shit is dope.
It's wonderful. It's got all the themed rods in there, all the emotions you can
That's
handle.
why.
Yeah.
That's why. And that's why we put these certain things like that here. You know what I mean? When a motherfucker was humping, that's why we did certain things that we did, man, in order to open it up for just certain people that wanted to. But then it's like you don't have to make that choice. You know, you can have the choice to just do it the way you want to do it. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. That's why your life is the way it is, because you chose to make it that way. You feel me? You chose to go through those things, to experience those things. Bro, that shit just fucking makes sense, though.
At every single point, like no matter how much you try to deny it to yourself, or the person would try to deny it to themselves.
Fuck, bro. That shit is dope. That shit is dope. That shit is the dopest shit. What's up with it?
Black.
I can barely hear you, bro.
I said I appreciate all the things. How do I get out of this rut?
I can't even hear him, y'all.
Oh, he was asking you a question. He said, how do he get out of his rut? His stuff here.
What stuff?
Rut.
Out of the rut?
The rut.
Out of his rut. He's at like a low point, like a frustrating point, a rut. Get out of this rut.
Already, the rut, whatever rut you in, bro, you pre-program yourself to go there. You can experience everything before. So whatever state you in right now, that's the state. That's the state that you want to be in. You feel me? Despite what? Nobody's not going to be able to say anything to change it. Everything everybody even says, or no matter what anybody else says, is going to be you putting them there to say that. Because you already created what you wanted to do right now in that life. So despite what happens, everybody that you see or that's there is nobody but you talking to yourself. It's a reflection of you basically going, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But despite what, you're going to do it because you already know what you are. You already programmed it to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. That's just you. Man, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, let that free flow go. You on point.
Yeah. Everybody's going to say to you is just you talking to yourself, bro. You're telling yourself this and that. You know, and you laugh, and that's why you laughing at yourself at the same time, because you're going, it's kind of dope that you can experience that. But you chose to experience that at this level right now. That's the level you probably at. You probably haven't experienced everything, bro. Probably haven't experienced that. You need your microphone, God.
I got you. I got you.
Like, man, and it's crazy why I even do that. I don't know why I keep doing that to y'all. You feel me? Because I can see myself as piano kid.
Yeah, it's funny. It made me laugh a bit.
Like, it's like, I be doing that shit. Like, why I keep doing that?
Because that's his character that you made him do.
Every time, that's his character.
Yep. You made him do
all these different characters.
Because I see
you playing out. Man, bro, this shit is dope. It's dope.
It really is.
It's dope as fuck. So anything that you experience in this life, man, and whatever anybody telling you is just you talking to yourself. But it's dope. It's dope. That shit is crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. That shit is crazy, bro. But it's dope as fuck, though. It makes so much sense right now. all these different lives. Even when what's the name chimed in, I'm seeing myself chime in and go, why is it like this? And it's like, we already explained it why it was like this. We just explained that. But we put ourselves in play right now in order to make it interesting. Man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. But I'm like going, oh, God damn, I'm glad you're recording this. Just Ty, because damn, bro.
I ain't recording this. Ty is.
Dope.
Like,
oh, Ty. Yeah, whoever fucking, I don't know. Shit, I'm in different places right now on everything.
No, this is Ty speaking. I'm messing with you. I'll formulate for a second.
That's real.
They talking about smoke some weed. Like, shit, man, I smoked all type of shit, bro, in this lifetime. I did all
just this lifetime.
And then look, it's
imagine the other shit.
Like, why? Just think about it, though. Every time somebody came to you and was telling you some shit, and even if you thought it was the shit, you was talking to yourself the whole fucking time.
You already knew. Yep. Because you already knew what was about to come out their lips.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm standing here taking this, but I already know this.
Because you are them telling yourself the shit that you want to hear. That's how you're going to get it.
I'm going to whisper sweet nothings to myself.
Hey, whether it's sweet nothings or some other, these are pivotal points. I'm seeing it, bro. I'm seeing different lifetimes that I played out and I put on myself and I said, this is what it's going to be. And I set everybody up and had them play it. Man, this fucking shit don't make sense.
That's right.
But it make all the sense.
Hey, I'm a good actor.
You see that shit?
We are good actors.
By who you allowed in your circle, you kind of set up your circle to appease yourself. By the people you around you. Yep. The shit you watch, shit you listen to, the environment you go to is to appease to yourself.
That you created, and that's the thing.
Absolutely.
You created fuck, man, that shit is crazy,
lights.
but it's dope, though. Because right now, I'm beyond whatever the fuck anybody talking about. All that shit anybody talking about, it really don't mean shit. You know why it means something? Because you made it mean something. You made it what it was. You again. Always come back.
The moment has some momentum to it.
It always comes back to you, all the way back around. It come all the way back around. Look, they looking at me drive by. They see me making all these hand motions. They like, what the fuck? They just peeping it out, trying to act like they ain't looking this shit. I see y'all looking because I'm you. Looking at myself going, what the fuck is this nigga doing? This shit is dope, though. This is some dope, next level shit, bro.
This is what happened when we do it when we do these shrooms, and this experience at the same time, like that college dorm room.
How the trees is acting right now, because all the trees is going crazy. Like, okay, shit, he get it. Okay, he understand now. He know what it is. He know what it is because he already laid it in front of him. He knew what steps he was going to take. You feel me? He knew what was going to make him scared, what wasn't going to make him scared. He made up the boogeyman. He created fucking Mother Earth, Gaia.
Yep. That's why you can't, yep. Y'all
created all this. We created all this shit, man, as entertainment.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it is.
Shit. Everything that you see, nigga, that's why they say you here for the experience, because we created everything as entertainment. It's all entertainment.
Everything, even the trees, the walls.
Everything.
It's dummy entertainment.
The random dust ball on the floor.
So please yourself.
What it is, it's for you. You created inside you all the time. Man, this shit is dope.
Shit is dope.
They talking about some fucking, man, all these, man, oh my God, bro.
Get them imaginations out of here. I know.
Is that what I did? I'm seeing myself as hella different people, bro, right now, and I'm going, is this what the fuck I did?
Get that.
I'm seeing myself as hella of other people, and I'm laughing, pointing at myself, going, idiot. But no, you're not an idiot. That's the thing. You're not an idiot. You're doing what you want to do right now.
Yeah.
Man, this shit is, you feel me?
That's what jackass is. Like a true jackass. Like, you
cool. My God.
You doing
Oh, my God. So the whole time when we were scared, nigga, we set ourselves up to be scared.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. You set yourself up to be scared in life. And you, the whole time, you know what you had the choice. You had the choice not to be scared. But the whole time, you know who you were scared of? Go ahead. Yourself.
Dang.
You were scared of yourself. Because you made yourself.
And that's happening to people right now. That's happening to a lot of people who don't know themselves and who are scared of themselves.
Hebrew Israelites, all that shit, man, debunked. Out of here. On Just High channel.
Hey. You saying it, bro.
Debunked. Debunked. Right now. Right now. Debunked.
All
as I'm in the fucking look, as I'm in college right now, watching Just High on my TV with my eyes open and my mouth open, going, "What the fuck?"
And you know what it was about college, bro? You know why you there? Let me get that thought. That's where I did a lot of changing and growing up. It was my first time away from home, and that's where I said I left college because I was going through so many things.
But look, get this though, right? I'm in my college dorm, watching Just High on the TV, trying to figure out where the fuck I know King Oz from. But that's a whole nother lifetime. Yeah. And I'm trying to grab it. It's coming to me. But I'm a whole nother person trying to figure that out. Well, okay, when did I start playing King Oz?
That's dope, though.
And as I'm seeing it, and I'm going, okay, yeah, the King. King Oz. I'm going to go, and that's kind of dope. Because, you know, you got motherfuckers calling you King. You feel me? You bro, like the blood on this one. God. Oh my God, I'm so connected, bro. I'm so connected right now. But at the same time, right now, bro, I'm functioning because now I know. Now I know what happened. I know what happened. No wonder
that power away by realizing that you got the power.
And then fucking sent the fucking 4 ACO DMT to myself. What the fuck?
You always look out for yourself.
I sent the shit to myself. Going, bruh, you just put these breadcrumbs here. Man, fitness experience in your life, man. What are you doing? You know what it is.
Reminders.
You feel
That's
me?
what this
you
mushroom is.
Let everybody else look. Because you are everybody else that's looking.
It's different.
Shit! Oh shit, man, what the fuck? Bro, that was the dopest trip ever right there. But we said that, Just High. We said that already. We said this was gonna be the dopest meetup.
And it is. And it was only fear that was trying to stop me, get me back in that script that I was writing for myself that you was catching on to. And then when I heard your voice, I knew it was time. I was like, it's something, like, let's go.
Man, King Oz, you know what the fuck you was doing when you wrote me in your script? You niggas wrote me into your script and brought me in and said, this is what he gonna be. And then I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be this person, but I'm gonna watch him do this and whoop and watch him already wrote it out.
I told you I dreamt you up.
Man,
I dreamt your ass up.
And
we was kicking it on a sunny day. And I remember when I dreamt your ass up.
Nigga, we never was lost. We never was lost. That's the problem. This is not a prison planet.
Nope. I get all them thoughts away.
It's not even a matter of fact, think about it. Think Oh my God, nigga.
I know what you about to say. Go ahead.
What I'm about to say. Say it, King God.
You gonna say this is a mental realm? There is no planet. We are the planet. Some to that extent. Yeah.
We planned it, nigga.
Yeah, man.
The planet. Net. We planned the net.
Yep.
It's the mental.
Plan the shit, nigga.
I knew it. Because that's right. Because that's right. It's
Stop
a mental.
playing.
It's all mental.
Stop playing. No, I'm next level.
Say it again, nigga. Say it again.
I'm next level. I'm God and the devil. You feel me?
That's right. I'm glad you said
You
that.
feel me?
Straight up.
Oh my God. I'm you, I'm him, I'm her, I'm me. No, I'm everybody. This shit is fucking crazy, but it's dope though. It's the dopest story ever told. What's up with it, man? Oh, look, see? Hey, y'all see how dope I am? Look, I just pulled up on myself with a blunt and said, you want to hit this blunt?
Woo-hoo.
On the live. You think about that shit, though. Yeah. What the fuck, nigga? Bro.
Hey, you know what's wild? I thought about getting the L 5 minutes ago, and I never got it. That must have been you.
Y'all catching this right now. But remember, hey, no, I don't even want to smoke right now. But good looking out, though. But that's dope, though.
The I am. It wasn't the you here,
right
but
now.
the... You won't say it wasn't the you here, but the I am.
Oh, good looking out, though, man. You got, man. Oh, my God. You don't even understand what you just did right now. All right.
Nigga said, I'm having a good day. Let me pull up on myself with a blunt. Continue this good day.
Yep.
Look,
that's how I know what my neighbor
right
is. He dabbed me out every day for free. I haven't paid for a dab in a long time, and I get a dab every day.
Oh my God, bro.
That's the
You just was speaking on it. You done conjured yourself up and came through with a blunt.
I'm talking to myself.
Nasty.
As usual.
Next level with it. Fuck everybody. I'm just going next level with it. You feel me? I'm next level with it right now. Look. But I'm just have to tap in with y'all, man. I gotta figure out a way. Shit, so I'm about to have to go walk and go get the kids and shit. So I can't drive like this. I can't drive like this, bro.
They were whistling Dixie down the street to pick up the kids.
Baby, I need a ride. Babe, I need a ride. Nigga, you are so dope. You was dope, but you playing this shit. You did this shit dope. This the dopest story ever told. Nigga, I'm telling you, bro, I'm blown up because I'm like, oh shit. Okay, yeah, you got it now. You got it. And y'all just witnessed it, and y'all got it. So y'all know who we are, so now what? Now what we gonna do? We playing this shit already. King Eyes, Just Die, everybody that's
it's
here.
Coming out.
We already...
Yes.
It's coming out, like right now.
The fruits of this real quick.
Right now, the thing that's changing,
Immediate.
like, it's a talking head talking for you right now on YouTube. Like, that's how much things is already changing. The talking cartoon head voicing every word we saying. And it's going to get better. Oop, did I lose it?
That's dope.
Oh, he dipped out.
He had to handle his business.
that was a fly exit. That was a fly exit.
How you feeling, Ty?
I'm feeling like whatever we on right now. Like I'm saying, all of this is all a dream already. And the trip 2 days ago after that, it was telling me don't really come down like that. Like how you used to coming down again back in all that form and faction. Forget all of that. And like True said, all of this is a reminder. It's a literal reminder. Just like Oz, when I came down from that trip, King Oz, and I talked to you, and we talked personally, and that you was that representation right there. It's like saying, you coming down. Like, in a way, I heard the you past you thing. You coming down, keep it together. But outside, it just came off as collective, like, you know who you are, like, yeah, of course, and like you know how you are, like I'm saying now.
Right.
But I like that I can feel so much lighter. I'm real light right now, and the only thing that hold me down is the thoughts. Like we on next level. We on like it already is the next level because you gotta already be there. It's not like plotting it out. It's like when you on the next level, you on it. You on it. Like you just there.
Go ahead, Ty. Talk to him.
It's lovely. It is lovely to keep doing that. I just gotta start laughing too much at myself.
Laughing is a good thing.
Yeah, but that's what stops doing. No, I'm sorry, skitzing off was that because I made you say that just like True was saying. It's like that wave just left him and came to me, and now I'm like I made you say that to keep me going because I heard another voice like calming myself down, like all right, calm down, and then I would say, oh, that's how that True did all of that. We about to calm down and take it now. That's not, but now it's like you said, keep talking. I was like, what? Yeah, go. No.
Straight up. Ain't no calm down, slow down.
No. It's like you lost a lot when you do that. You get depressed. You start thinking that you gotta wait.
It's not.
Time get in the way for me. Like you start thinking that time freaking this real linear thing.
This monster.
Yeah, like I gotta wait for this. I gotta wait for that. I gotta wait for things to change and better like
no,
this.
Fuck
or
you don't.
No, you don't. Like I didn't know any of this would come together in the way that it came. Or you can't make things like you can't. Well, you can plot things like that on the other side, but I'm trying to talk like a human. You can't make stuff like this up. Like it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, you can make things like up. You gotta make things like this up. I'm trying to switch it around.
I hear you.
You gotta be creative. Be creative as fuck. Like at all times. And that's what the drive always been. That's what my aspirations always been. I always glamorized people that was always more in the woo than me. Like even in artistry, like artists and like pop singers and stuff like that. Like I'll get real into the fascination. But all I was doing is trying to fascinate myself into what I really was on the inside. Like trying to find out how they come out in movies. People trying to find an outside muse and then find that they was their greatest muse all along. Well, hopefully, you don't usually end that well all the time, but it is right now. And it's never ending.
You gotta keep it real. I feel it. Sometimes it ain't always that good. I dig it.
It's like if I talk, I gotta say everything. I gotta say this, I gotta say that, this and that, because this true, that true, but this is what it is right now.
Gotta hit all the points. That's dope. You shit was dope, man.
I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this time. Well, I'm enjoying this time. I'm trying to calm down again. Like that's what the mushroom showed me too when I was looking in the mirror. It said, you really try to keep yourself together, don't you? It's like you try to be tight knit. It was looking at my hair all tied up and stuff, and I had this, and just the personality traits and how the nerdy stuff is like. You trying to keep things together. It's like just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Like
you've been try that out one time. See how that goes.
So what else is next?
For real.
Well, I came. You
got control, so let it go. See what happens.
And it's like I came a long way, but I really didn't go nowhere because it was always this. I just as forgot. And that like got me out of that linear time that I was trapped in. So I was able to say, oh yeah. Like playing the game again. Like get to play the game again after you played it before or after you put the controller down for a while. And then you go back in and you're just like, oh yeah. I read a guide about this. I was reading strategy guide.
Bro, I just picked up my controller while you said that.
And I was off looking off in the side.
That's fucking wild. He said, put the controller down. I picked the shit up. I guess this is the alternate where it's opposite day, I guess.
Opposite day, like SpongeBob.
Right. But yeah, man, that shit is crazy, man. Well, not crazy. It's just a word.
It's loony.
It's wild, man. It's like, once that sets into the average person who ain't thought about that, it's like an epiphany almost.
Like, oh shit, like True's reaction. Oh shit, that's crazy. It ain't crazy, you just ain't think about it yet.
Yeah, like got struck by a lightning bolt real quick.
Like, oh shit. Yeah.
You got this.
Bite your ass a little bit.
Yeah, yep.
Man. So what do you do with that?
This is fun.
What do you do with that understanding, Todd?
Just keep creating more. Create more in this realm. In a way that is like magical. Like straight magical. Instead of like going through somebody else's imagination. I thought magic was stuck in the word imagination for a moment. It kinda is, but not. But imagination and stuff. You like doing you casting your own stuff. Like you real and when we watch movies and stuff, the main character, once he gets it, it was always because of support of all the reflections, as we can say now in this content, around him. And then once he got to that point, it was like it was like other type it's the levels that the difficulties, the life experience that's now on that level now. On that level. I don't know. I was trying to connect, and I just had to say that level like that for some reason. Real like
absolutely.
That level. These are all my inner voices, bro. Like when I'm not on, like this is my character. Wow, because I was so mad at people because they was exhibiting reflections that I didn't want to hear. Like, you know, the mom stuff, like all that mom story, all that is real. And it's always going to play out in that person's life in the way that they convince themselves that that's not what's going on. Like, nah, they tripping. They tripping. Nah, I know what's going on.
I hear you.
Oh, wow. That's dope. Cause I don't know what I was just thinking. I was just traveling. I ain't thinking.
That's right. Let that shit flow. It's better when you do that, man.
Yo, you all just
don't be so worried about how you chop it up. Just chop it up.
I'm so used to doing it because of school. I was real good at school, so I like trained myself. I programmed myself to say, this is how you write essay forms. You give a thesis, and then you gotta break apart the whole paper to like explain that thesis, like one paragraph, like couple paragraphs to that point. And I'm just seeing myself now in school, like, and the point where I really got that in. I was like, oh, I got this. And I kept it ever since and applying it to different situations. And I always was looking towards the outside, like, oh, I want to be more rowdy, or I want to be more loose. But I felt, I made myself comfortable. It's my story. I made myself comfortable in that. And that's all right.
Found your way through it.
Mm-hmm. I left enough breadcrumbs, as True keeps saying.
Right, breadcrumbs straight up. I just never gave a fuck, so I was always this way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I say you know a lot. I say you know a lot. I don't give a fuck though. Right. If I don't make sense, I ramble on. You either cut me off or let me finish. Either way, I still don't give a fuck. No. Yeah, I made sense or I didn't. You know, you can't really give a fuck, man. You gotta be able to free flow at all times. You gotta
who are you? I mean, I know who you are. It's that whenever I honed in on it, now I can see what True was doing. Like Mushies is really, it really is just sensitivity to it. But depending on the dose, you can be having the same kind of experience somebody having higher, and this from my experience too. But it's like it's just another a low. I don't even want to use the word lower level of it, but a not as hyper version of it. It's not as hype, but it's the same thing, and it's the same thing all the time. But we get on this dimension, we get so it seems so turned down, even though everywhere we turn, there's all this strange things happening. But it's like we tuned in. We tuned into one thing. But what I was saying about you was that you dope, bro. I was thinking about where you came from. Oh, the levels of reality and the how much is turned up. Like when you take a bigger dose, it's just it might just be on that another level sense. That's what you well said. It's
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
it plays out as a whole movie. Like I just had this whole sense right now. Imagine somebody gossiping about a movie. So you got something about it. So you and like everything always changes us. Every word, every instances, or everything is always we always adapt into our environments and what's going on, even if we're not sensitive to that adaptation and we saying that we the same. Like nah. But the more that we, bro, what did I say? Yeah. I don't know. But I do know.
You'll catch it. You'll
When
catch
we
it.
are the levels of experiences and the level that is turned up, if everything changes us. That's how I'm trying to give all this backing support to the story. God damn. But I'm that god, so goddamn it's fun. But the levels, everything that is talking to you. When you in a big experience, it's like you literally in the movie. Like, there's no doubt you in the movie. Like how Chu was just saying for this podcast right now. It's like he appeared in the movie. So everything that he's saying is from the point of perspective of somebody literally appearing like just right there in that movie and experiencing what's going on. But on different doses and the setting, like if we wasn't talking about this stuff, then it's like it wasn't supposed to be talked about, or it wasn't written to be talked about. That's another train I'm going down. But
No, that's a good point though.
yeah, then that everything, man, every thought, every feeling is all the same thing. Whenever I get on mushrooms, it's like it's the same senses. I just believe them a lot more, and I see them more. It's like, oh, you see now, like, and it's like the more we see, the more we believe. You know about the magic and voodoo and stuff. How they put it out on TV. How they say, well, if you don't believe in it, it won't work on you. It's like if you don't believe, you gotta reverse that. If you don't believe in the magic, then it's gonna seem like it's not working, and all these other plays is gonna come out. You're gonna say, yo, where this come from? This not what I wanted. And it's like it is what you wanted, but for you to convince yourself of what's going on, you gotta set that up first. And then let the cameras roll, get in the face when this happens, that expression, oh, let's roll in on this. You see that tear dropping? Oh, we gonna love this. Or the happy times. Oh, you saw them just on that dirt bike riding down the street, popping the wheelie, the cops looking, they about to chase them, but they don't care. Like, let's get these shots in. Like music videos and videos. I see that as with the literal, for me it's literal because I saw the cameras. With the literal, as the form is cameras at least, what the literal cameras of this reality is doing, and the certain producers or people out there, they get a handle of this, and that's why all these new techniques and art styles start coming up. Because life is way more stranger than we think. So when you get behind the strange, and then behind that strange, you can see the coding in it. And then you can work with that coding. Like the people here, they was working with the technology, and then they was working back or something with it. And then that's how they was able to see the code. And we've been working with the thing to see what it is. And we describing we're not creating a language. We're like describing a language. We're describing a language that already exists, so that we can create, seem as though at least here we creating more with it. I'm thinking about coding and stuff like that, and because it's a language that's a whole build of a whole environment, and like here it's the same way. And I'm thinking now about the colors all morphing and turning all around, and how they tried to get that out in old psychedelic like rock videos or trippy videos, Jimi Hendrix too.
Yeah.
Like that was it. And even looking in the past now, that past, like when I got a Jimi Hendrix shirt in my thing. When I used to be so inspired listening to Jimi Hendrix on TV and like him at Woodstock. And the way he was playing, I sound like somebody. I sound like an old guitar. Whatever. But
Jimi Hendrix is dope. It's alright.
Like Jimi Hendrix, I'm just seeing myself now. I just saw myself on like a VH1 type thing where they interviewing like this old retired rock star or something, and he talking about his idols and stuff. It seemed like I just saw everything playing out real fast and the lighting change, and I was just sitting in the room. So yeah, Jimi Hendrix, he was a wild one, and but yeah, and but yeah, Jimi Hendrix was a wild one, but yeah, that's all. It's good times. Good times.
Good deal, G. Good deal.
Yeah, bro. Never expected. Out the blue.
Huh.
I guess it'll come out another time.
Came out just how it's supposed to, G. We got the point.
You get what I'm saying?
But it's more than, pretty much it's more to life than, well, it's more to life than just being just high.
Oh, you brought it back, bro. I used to be inspired by watching Jimi Hendrix. Sitting watching and my uncle, that was the turning point that I wanted to do. My uncle used to say, "Why are you watching him? Like, what did you get?" Because none of my family is musically inclined at all, except for my mom. It's like my mom was the first breakaway, and then I had to break away again. But they're not, they're kind of stiff about a lot of things, and they turned into that kind of character. So it was like I was tapping into something. I was tapping into me. Like I was tapping into this essence of me that was personified through Jimi Hendrix on the stage, riffing it out. And now, even now, I brought that up because me thinking about it, going in the past, is like I'm not going in the past thinking about that. Like that's just the term I made up to give so-called direction to something that is formless, to something that has no direction. Like I'm just breaking
down. Trying to categorize.
Mm-hmm.
Categorize and contain through control. It's pretty much all you try to do.
But once you learn the language, you can get yourself out of that. The language.
Yep.
And the mushrooms show you how much of this stuff is built on language. The code. Like they say, you gotta know the code, G. Like, or you ain't getting in. Or you ain't changing nothing around. You're just gonna be observing saying, what is this? And never get to that next level. Because
you don't want to. If that's what you're doing, you don't want to.
It is. That's what. Oh gosh, and I've done that before so many times. Like I seen it, convinced myself that I believed it, and then my circumstances that I was setting up for myself just wasn't showing that, and I was sitting all confused, all stupid and shit. But funny though. It was funny stupid, but really stupid, really dumb.
Right.
And just like, yo, you forgot, bro. Like, because I would try to explain things. Just imagine me talking to you and you don't know, and you just catching on to this stuff. But I'm coming with all this energy, and I got close, familial, family relationship type vibe with you. And I'm just riffing like this. I guess that's what calmed me down a lot. Is because at first I didn't used to talk a lot, and then when I was talking, it got shut down. It got shut down by me, because writing out that script. So let me not blame it on people, but let me just tell my story, I suppose. I was shutting myself down by allowing my reflections to have a higher, louder voice than me. Or think that they knew what was going on with me more than me. Or like what I wanted. Like what I wanted to wear. I used to have to wear three button shirts all the time. Polo shirts. I didn't even know them as polo all the time. Just 3-button shirts or button-down shirts with a tie. And just rock on out from there. See how you develop from there. But as long as you got that developed, you good. I'm like, I can do that. I can act like that. I'm glad that I can act that character now, like by actually experiencing it. But now the greater things, I'm experiencing something else.
There you go.
Just on to it.
Something about me I would like to experience, not about you. Or that reflections, you know? I feel you though. That's what I say. Don't worry about how you chop it up, nigga. Just chop it up. It's gonna come out how it come out.
You gotta.
Be you.
Oh wow. Blaxican wrote this. He was saying he changed his profile pic an hour ago of him wearing Jimi Hendrix. He said that photo was at Coachella. Well, he's saying that we were just talking about Jimi Hendrix and he had just was messing with his profile picture. And that was one of them before. Just like recently. Just like recently. What does that mean? I got a lot of catchphrases, bro. I watched a lot of TV growing up. A lot of TV. A lot of TV. And that's what I was using. That's what I was using to go about life. To go about life. Because it was my extra sense about things. It was still like I was catching on to something bigger. So that was the personality that I was playing along with. I was like, oh, well, a whimsical fantasy. Like, yeah, those words I use. Like, I just know how
nice and elaborate.
I heard that on Disney Channel.
Terrible. That's terrible. That goes into when I was saying a lot of people are just ideas. Influences from other people, other things. And they take that on as themselves. So you got a lot of catchphrases from TV. A lot of people live their life based on what they see on TV or hear on TV or social media platforms. So a lot of people are just ideas in the first place.
An idea on an idea on an idea. Nothing OG about it. Nothing original.
Ooh, no, exactly. For real.
That had me, and the thing is, everything is always talking to us. Told me this all the time. Like we hear
I
this
just
in the
put that in my Discord. Everything is telling you about you. Everything.
We are artists. Like I'm an artist, and it was always those whispers and fantasies about it, and it was, yeah, that's what it is. I say it every time I talk.
That's exactly what it is. You know, we go deeper and like, no, that can't be. No, we got to go past that and somewhere else. Like, you just, all right. All right.
You go in that reality all you want.
Oh, there you go. Leviathan just put a bunch of his Jimi Hendrix stuff in the Discord. I got a fucking, I got 2 Jimi Hendrix shirts. Like, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, took the pictures of the shit and all that. Like, Jimmy, my dude. Jimmy and Bob. Jimmy was my niggas for real.
And he didn't even talk. That's what you gotta think about too. Like the way he talked was how artists. That's why I love like everyone should just be an artist and nothing else. Everyone should just be.
We all are.
Like, the way he didn't use words, he just talked through his guitar. Like he said, man,
through his rhythm, through his sound, through his frequency, through his energy.
All this stuff we conjuring now, trying to put into words, and is working, and we dancing with it and all. That's what he was doing up and down the fretboard. That's what he was trying to tell people all along. This is what I saw.
Yep.
And it felt like this. And you are, and that is.
That's real. I put it in the, I forgot where I put the shit, but there we go. It's in the video channel on Truth's Discord. Speaking in tones and sounds, there's a language that's going extinct called Silbo, where they speak in whistles. They don't speak any words at all. It's all whistles. All of it. You gotta be taught or trained at 10 years. And that's all they speak. They don't speak with words, even though words are tones and frequencies, blah, blah, blah. They speak literally in whistles, though. So when you hear a conversation, you hear 2 niggas whistling at each other. And they use I think they use the sounds of words. So like if I say, fuck, or the sound, would be the whistle that they would make. So they use the sounds of words the hard sounds or the soft sounds of words in whistle form. It's called silbo. So Jimmy was doing that with his speaking through his sound, when there's actually a language that speaks strictly with sound. So they might have been able to understand that motherfucker. I'm just saying.
No, you're right about that. The way the language, when it's more through metaphors and stuff like that. I was watching Star Trek a while ago. Well, last week. And Captain Picard was lost on a planet. Well, they ran into this civilization that didn't speak that couldn't be translated through the universal translator no matter what, and that's what they used to communicate to the different galaxies and civilizations, galactic civilizations. So they really wanted to communicate with with Captain Picard and them, and it wasn't like through the straightforward language. And so they went through all this trouble to beam down the Captain Picard and their captain to a planet so they can go through this whole experience so they can learn how to talk to each other. I mean, so Captain Picard can learn the other species' language through experience, because you find out that they talk only through metaphors. So when something is good, they will refer to a story that was good that they all knew. So they would just say that one phrase, and that meant everything. That was all they really had to say. They ain't had to go into detail. They say, "Oh, lifeguard with hands up, yeah." So then Captain Picard told him stories from his mythology, and then started talking to him and stuff, and they was able to communicate. So levels of communication go beyond trying to be as particular as we think we always need to be. Like even with the whistling, they probably don't have a million gajillion words, but the sounds that they do use is able to allow them to communicate the feelings and the things that they want to do or say, and that's enough.
On Star Trek, you said?
Yeah, it was on Star Trek Next Generation. I found out the episode for you. I just gotta.
No, that's just crazy because last night I was going to watch Star Trek. I started Star Trek and everything, and I'm like, I don't feel like it no more.
It is a calm vibe. It's a very calm vibe, but once you see how we talking now, that's you, and like look at it like that, you like, oh, I'm flying through hyperspace, visiting different civilizations and different realities of myself, but it's really all I'm really still here on this ship.
Straight up. This vessel, this ship.
Yeah, and I got my crew. Like everybody on the crew, they got their own personalities about them and certain things that they run to keep the ship going.
There you go.
And that's what the DMT showed me a couple days ago when I finally hit it. It was, reminded me, it put me back in that place again, at the commander position. And instead of seeing it reflected in other people, like, no, that's you too. Like, take the position. It's not a bad thing. Like, it's like this warped reality where I was convincing myself that being on top is a bad thing, or feeling as much control in yourself is a bad thing, because what do you know about yourself? How much can you really know? So, and I don't know, but it's still that commanding position that's acting like it don't know, at least, and flowing through the consciousness and experiencing reality as it goes through. But it needs a commander, or else the ship going to be getting hit. About different emotions going to be like saying, "Oh, well, we need to shoot the phasers now," and then the other one was like, "No, we could have waited a bit." Like, nah, chill out. or no, do shoot them now. You waiting too long.
Take command, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just tired, G. You better command that shit.
It's wild what True was saying. Not even wild. It's awesome what True was saying about the dorm room. And him being into college, because what I was trying to tell him is that's where a lot of my personality was developing, where I was starting to break away from the things that I was attaching to myself before, and like I was coming across experiences like now that I have terms for it, it was a lot of schizophrenic episodes going on that I just made myself forget. And it's wild that I was able to make myself forget, but the the aftermath was still there, where I was having anxiety. I wasn't comfortable. I didn't really want to I wanted to do different things and didn't really understand why I wanted to do different things. It was just like, I just want to do different things. And this is stopping me, and I don't know what this is talking about. And then after a while, I started smoking a lot, so I ain't even bothered about that. But I was coming across music. Like, I started listening to a lot of Styles P around that time. Lil B, the bass guy.
Lil B, you gotta protect the bass guy.
I was already just experiencing all these emotions for myself, just like a little kid, just like in his room for the first. Because I growing up, I always played one kind of particular type of music. It was always like rock music or heavy metal music and stuff like that. And but I was still internalizing a lot of things. But in college, that was where I was trying to be a rapper too. So it was like the stage was being set for me to, like, for my voice. That's what I was saying. My voice. I was prepping my voice up, and like that's where it was starting. All in those college dorm room. That's why I was gonna ask him, how did the dorm room look? Because I went to Westchester, and I got the whole thing mapped up right now. Well, at least I can see it now while I'm on. It's all mapped out. I used to just sit in there. I used to go outside. I used to just sit there. And that's when I was first introduced to Ancient Aliens. And I started watching a gang of Ancient Alien episodes.
Man, I used to watch that shit so much. And then I got smart. And I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, for real, right?
Because once you figure it out, all the fuckery, you get pissed. Because it was like, damn, that's a good show. But damn, y'all motherfuckers is off like a mud.
And they'll never go too deep. And that's just the production and History Channel too. I had to see, because they have their own books where they go crazy.
Right.
But you would think that them coming together on the show, that it was like how it is now, that they actually was sharing ideas and talking it out. But they was just giving they 2 cents in real fast.
That's it. That's all that was.
And then leaving it to us to be kind of confused for the next episode and piecing it together. Well, he said this, and he said that, and he said this. It's never like a full.
The next episode, they go totally against what the fuck they said the last episode. It's like, bruh.
Ancient astronaut theorist said.
Y'all doing some just Thai shit. Y'all putting big old fancy words in my face.
If they would have just said it, they try to blame everything on ancient astronauts theorists. All agree.
No, they don't. No, they don't, you sons of bitches. But I didn't know that, so you got me.
That's what I was feeling just now. Like, oh.
The aliens did everything. Really, nigga?
That's good production.
Everything.
And if it wasn't as how they was saying it. But that's why I like that they was there to bubble up the conscious thing. Like, whoever run into it.
Yeah, to plant the little seed.
Yeah, you just gotta, just like everything else. Like, everything else is just it's a story. It's a story, a reminder. And you can stay trying to get full off that breadcrumb all you want. It's more breadcrumbs if you just turn the corner. You can keep getting full. Like, oh, I know I can be this full that my stomach can actually feel satisfied. And that's a psychology.
Now you apply that shit to real life. Same exact principles, man. You can get pulled off these little breadcrumbs of yourself that you really don't know in the first place, or you can hit that corner and really dig into yourself and be fooled. You know, metaphorically speaking.
It's all metaphor is real. Real life. When you say real life and metaphor,
a lot of people don't even get the conversation we had. This simple conversation, even though it's not simple in the terms of the word simple, it's a simple conversation to us, but to a lot of people, they can take a lot of gems out of this. Like you just said that. Like, you want these breadcrumbs or you want the full meal? It's up to you. Everything's up to you. That girl broke your heart or you lost that job. However this shit affects you is still up to you.
Yep. You can listen to a million breakup songs.
Right, exactly. You want to listen to every sad song and cry and bitch and moan about it? Or you want to go to Walmart and play tag? I'm just saying. That sounds like more fun to me. So it's up to you, man.
Yep. I was just thinking about running around Walmart while you were saying it.
Man, we used to do that shit all the time. We used to play hide and go seek.
And the time I got caught stealing headphones from Walmart. Some white guy snitched me out. He didn't even work there. He didn't even work there.
Fucking hater.
I was in Virginia.
With you. Leave me alone, man.
And I was with my grandma and them too. And like my grandma don't see that much because she live in Virginia. That was a funny time.
Hell yeah.
That was a time too.
I used to go into Walmart high as I could ever be. And they used to sell, I don't know how y'all Walmarts is anywhere else, but at our Walmarts they sell like little popcorn chicken and shit. They got a little deli spot in the store. And they'll give you this little case of chicken. Oh, it's so delicious. And then you gotta go to the cashier and pay it. Well, I used to come in there so stoned. And I'd go over there, get some chicken, and just walk around the store and eat it and leave. Like, that's what I used to do. That's the fuck I used to do.
Yeah, I never seen one like that. I just seen some with McDonald's or Subway. That's usually the norm I see.
Okay. It's all different though. But goddamn, Ty, it's been a good one today, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
This conversation is crazy. These little jumping around realms and tapping into other selves. Hey, nigga, this was dope.
Like for real doing that on everything. Every time you say something, I can add like an ad lib. For real.
Straight up.
It's lit.
It is though. It is. Like, no, you ain't just this motherfucker you think you are. You're so much more than that. And so many other places than that. But you don't understand that. You wouldn't even, you think you just you. You better than that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yep.
For real.
I was thinking of the ad-libs again. Like, ad-libs is so powerful in music because it's like that's what our other self is thinking while listening to all the words they saying. Like, yeah, he just said it. You know how a cipher is, like, oh, but it's like that's put into the song, but on a hyper-dimensional sense, it's like that's your higher self, like saying, yeah, I see you got it now. You remember. Oh, turn on. Hey. That's where those sounds come from. Oh, man. We dope, cause this been around us for a long time. All these cool sayings and stuff. It's been in the culture that we been brought up in, that we created when we came into this dimension reality of Earth, like the African American culture, or the dark skin and minority culture, the hood culture. If you in the hood, you see me. I'm trying to be nice. It's like those the phrases.
Street nigga, man, you dig the lingo.
Yeah, you dig
straight up
with the shits.
With the shits. Yes, sir, I am with the shit.
I'm a nerd.
Would you like to divulge in the shits?
I am with the shits, bro. I got this in the bag. I got like 4 bags in my pocket. Cargo pants.
Oh yeah, he in his bag. He gets that bag. Sir, that means that he gets to his money and he gets to his crime. I'm with the shits means anytime we can fight. It's all about context. You know context?
People.
Well, that it is. People. Absolutely, Piano Key. This is love, G.
This is all love.
It's straight up.
My cheeks.
And I say straight up a lot too, goddamn.
My cheeks.
Sound like Trip right there. Goddamn.
I'm laughing.
For real, man. Medicine. That's medicine, man. We done been on for a good little bit of time too.
Yeah, I was on before y'all got on with Ozo and.
I know. I stopped through on the way over that way.
It's like ever since I started doing the DMT and like really like making this change, I see what True on. I see what he on, bro. Like, so it's like it's on now. It's gonna keep picking up, and then more people gonna keep picking the ball up. But if they want to, it's like this on YouTube. I say we are not promoting the use of illegal or legal drugs, illegal or legal. Do not recreate unless it's in your ballpark and you done it before. And you like, oh, I want to experience it again. But still, that's talking too much. This is us talking about our experiences and what we're doing. And this is TV land. So, however you see TV land.
What the fuck you wanna do?
I was thinking about TV land.
That would be my disclaimer if I was. Do what you want to do, motherfucker.
It's that I always hear now. Like, I hear who I'm talking to now. Because I'm saying that, but I also hear the people that's still going to say, man, forget all of that. And then, like, that's the people I'm really talking to. Like, yeah, forget all of that stuff I just said. But for
I'm just saying this shit. I'm just saying this shit just to say this shit.
Disclaimer. That's what I say. Disclaimer. I'm going to throw up a massive disclaimer. I watch a YouTube video. Massive disclaimer right now.
That don't do nothing. This shit don't help nothing. It don't prevent nothing.
But it's changing the lives of many. It's changing my life right before y'all eyes right now. And I... more than I even want to talk about, because I'm just enjoying the changes as they come. I'm not trying to stay settled on it.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Discord booted me and brought me back.
Ain't even seem like you left.
You know?
Man, best friends, bro. A lot of people don't have best friends. We like, man. Because you get that vibe all the time growing up. Like, completing each other's sentences or, like, showing up with the blunt on time, or just being
showing up with the blunt, period.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's like you never left. It's like you never left. All of these magical phrases that is an actuality to them. It is an actuality to them. People, you just gotta hear that bell ringing, and then you're like, oh yeah, or for me, the clown horn. Oh yeah. Don't get caught up in
we done already kicked it somewhere right now. We all kicking it, and from time to time, those little glimpses of that reality ties into this one, and it's like, oh shit, like yeah, nigga, don't oh shit it. It's normal now.
We're memes.
Yeah.
We're memes right now, and we think we get it sometimes, but it's so much more to the meme that you gotta get. You gotta have not like a good ass meme. You gotta have and that's why I love it. Oh my gosh, because in this world reality, a good ass meme, you gotta have reference points to like 90s cartoons, this movie. You gotta know about this culture a bit, and still be up to date on what's happening now with video games or just whatever the meme is doing. But it draws from the past, from different things, and it presents it right there. This is what it is. This is the meme. And different people get different impressions depending on how much they actually remember. And that's what this life is. Depending on how much you remember is how much you get the meme. And the one that really get the memes are laughing. Because they saying, yo, this come from there. This was said, because this was said years ago from this movie. And it's all a meme. It's all a meme. And that's why meme culture exists right now, because a lot of people, and even how enthusiastic I am right now in channeling this, is experiencing this in their life. And the best art to get it out right now is to put it out in a meme. And memes spread like wildfire. That's even the phrase. Memes spread like wildfire. Start on 4chan, and then it gets picked up on Reddit, and then once PewDiePie get it, it's dead. But that's for my 9-year-olds out there. But yes, it gets on Instagram or on Facebook and stuff like that. But the ones the good ones, at least, they start on 4chan, and that form the fact that it exists is because of the mind that created it was already out of this reality. When he came back, this what he created for himself, or this what we create. I'm trying to tell the story, so I'm not going to keep saying me, but the person that he created that for himself, and now I'm in it. But all along it was me, Wizard of Oz type thing. But he created it. He created that space for people to like post things that was on their mind that wasn't with the norm. And for people that was thinking outside the box like him, like you're not going to be attracted to certain sites like Reddit or to the Psy Tai podcast, the King Eyes, to True Life stories, like any of these things, unless you went somewhere. I'm gonna put it like this: you went somewhere, and the Men in Black made you forget real fast, And then you came back here and was like, oh wow, this seems familiar to something that I don't even remember, but it just seems home. It just seems so good. Like this is what it is.
You just don't remember. That was a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, man. Because it's funny you say memes, because I create memes every day. Mine is more so on the teaching level, but it's still memes.
Yep.
Motherfuckers tap into the visual.
You understand that.
Most people got to see it to believe it type shit. Or see it to be reminded, or smell it to be reminded, or hear it to be reminded. So I post memes because motherfuckers don't get it. Most people like to see it through picture or visual, if you will.
Yep. And I know that because I know me. And I know what I get out of memes. I know why I like memes. I know I like the pictures. I like the laughter. And I love that.
You catch a motherfucker's attention quicker with a picture than a paragraph.
And you know this from... And Oz, King Oz, you know this from your experience and studies. A meme, in that respect, is the same thing as a symbol. Like how people used to word symbols and sigils back in the past. Let's put this McDonald's sigil. Put this McDonald's sigil, double arches out there. If the people that's still hooked into that is gonna make them hungry, want a Happy Meal, chicken nuggets, iced sweet tea, any Whopper. No, that's Burger King. But yeah, you get the picture.
That's right. Like, okay, I can influence. Justin talks about symbols from time to time.
Yeah, it seemed like he used to be back into it.
That's basically what it is. Symbols carry a bunch of power behind them. I'll just use the word power for now. Mm-hmm. It holds a lot of power behind them. So that whole meme setup is the whole reason I do it, because I know people, like you just said, the more the visual is better for the visual. They'll tap in quicker with a visual.
Yeah, because it hits, as scientists and psychologists used to say. I say used to say, but they still say this. I just say we beyond that. It picks the subconscious picks up on it before the conscious does, and it's remembered by the subconscious. So it's always acting out on your reality in a way that you're not really aware of until you access that.
That part you say you forgot is that subconscious part that didn't forget. You feel what I'm saying?
It is.
So it's just like,
I heard a female.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend popped in.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, it just said 1,000 words.
Yep, she's saying like it's a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Easily.
I
got a whole art section on my Discord for that reason. Absolutely.
And a picture is worth 1,000. No, I'm saying 1,000 realities too, like even beyond words now.
Yeah, all that's tied in. Yeah, all that comes with it. Absolutely. That's automatic.
Yeah, I like the way you put that. It's automatic. It's automatic. That's what comes with the picture.
Okay. Put the queen on some more, man.
She be busy working.
Oh no, I'm just playing. She was on the last time I came on. She was chopping it up with us for a second.
You like to puff on the magic dragon, the weed.
So you figure we look at everything and comprehend everything. Our reality is based off a lot of what we see. So if everything around us is symbolized in symbols, we're taking in too many different energies a minute. Every moment we're looking at something else. Those are all different powers of influence.
And some of them you just gotta say, fuck that, I ain't gonna analyze that right now. And it's not gonna have no...
Yeah, a lot of the times people don't even realize it in the first place to even think about analyzing.
I know.
Most symbols go unnoticed. So it's